You are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron, presented by Underdog. We have a packed show today. I'm so excited, but first I got to introduce my boys. First, a potentially sad Skip Bayless, who's never lost a debate, but probably very, very sad today.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless!
Hey, Skip. You gonna be all right, Skip?
Yeah. You good, Skip?
And on the flip side of things, a very, very happy Aqib, Talib!
Hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday.
Cannot stop smiling. And then over here in his sick fit, we got All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle, one of the most disruptive D tackles in his generation, Gerald McCoy.
Yes, welcome back, baby.
Yes, sir.
And we got our quarterback today because I'm in desperate need of a couple quarterback breakdowns. So we've got Cody Kessler.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you guys, we've got a packed show. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
though? You look really sad. I got to check on you.
I want to congratulate this
you,
man
Skip.
because my man Lil Wayne did accept your 5-band bet
Yes, sir.
on Friday's show.
I thought he just sent me gifts.
He
I seen
no,
the gift. I
not
thought
yet.
he paid in
He
gifts.
will soon pull up right here to pay you what he owes you.
There we go,
But
man.
but allow me to say that I can't wait for the Josh Allen at Denver playoff game. I just can't wait for it.
Yeah, me
That's what
neither. Me
Yeah.
neither, Skip.
Because it's going to come and it's going to happen.
I'm feeling good about
Yeah,
these
and you
bets,
won't
you know?
feel so good the day after that
The
happens.
bets will start to
sure
go
I'll
up
feel
and up,
great.
I'm sure.
Hey, Skip, you want me to tell you what I hope happens? You know what? Before I tell you what I hope happens, do y'all got the video? This is how I want to start the show because it's a lot of
Something
people
competitive where we all compete in something. I mean that would be so fun, like a podcast wars or some something. I don't know. I'm just.
What we playing?
I mean, it could be anything.
They say 3 on 3 to 11. We good. Hey, we good. 'Cause, hey, them boys like that here, man. We good. Ocho, can you shoot?
Hey, yeah, I can shoot, Joe.
Don't worry about it, Joe. You got
Joe.
that in you. Just get
Hey,
on
Joe.
the block.
Hey.
We won't find out if you can shoot, because I ain't passing
Hey,
the
don't worry
fish.
about it. Hey, I'm like Shay out there on the court now. That's what we not gonna do.
All right. Yeah, you like Shay, Bow Wow daughter. No, you're not playing. We're not throwing you the ball. You will not get any shots. Rebound.
You throw me the ball.
Only one we got to worry about is Gil. Gil, because he got Kenyon
They
Gil,
want to
bad
do
he having
3v3
ass
versus
up, man.
you guys?
No, we good. Gil
Gil
ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
shoot.
score shit.
Yeah, hey, you know, everybody throwing their name in the hat for this competition. Well, the Gridiron had a chance to throw our name in the hat. So this is Gerald returning to the Gridiron saying, Ocho, whatever you want to do, y'all want to box? Y'all want to do football? Y'all want to do basketball? Y'all want to play dominoes? Y'all want to, hey, and Shannon, hey, I like Skip over you because Skip stay in shape. He'll tell you, put your glasses back on.
Put them glasses
Let's
back
get
on,
to
man.
it, Shannon.
You hear
Whatever
me?
you want to do.
You-
I went to Gridiron, baby.
motherfuckers
Everybody
wanna
else
rap.
throwing their name in the hat. I woke up one day, I went to the gym. I'm like, you know what? Let me get my workout in. I walk in. You know who in there with me? My dog, Lee. He's staying in shape. Cody averaged 30 in high school. What y'all trying to do, man?
Hey,
you feel me?
Hey,
Hey, we know
motherfucker wanna
Richie
rap.
gonna come. Hey,
Real 30
you know
too.
Richie gonna come in and
Wasn't no-
foul.
it wasn't
Whatever
no
y'all
quarter
trying to
threes
do,
30.
man.
I
My
played
dog,
the one.
TJ.
Y'all want to rap? You know what I'm saying? We got bars. Motherfucker want to slap box.
Whatever y'all
Shit.
trying to do, man.
Listen, man. We
Hey.
with the shit.
It is whatever y'all want.
Better
to do, man.
believe it.
Yeah. So I just want everybody saying they little piece. So I just want to make sure that they know we with whatever y'all trying to do.
Wow, we got to facilitate this. We got a little
Yeah.
3v3.
Nah, man. Shannon got a bad hip. Skip still running 17 miles a day. We good.
Damn.
Yeah.
You feel me?
True.
All right, love it. Okay, we got a little 3v3 challenge. Let us know what you guys think about that. But we do have a packed show, okay? So we got to get to, of course, your Broncos because you won that bet. So that's going to be on the list because he thought the whole show should be about Bo Nix today. We told him no, but we are going to get to it, a big portion of the show. Then we've got Shador and the Browns take a beating from Caleb Williams and the Bears, but how much of it was actually Shador's fault? And it all came falling down for Kansas City this week, officially eliminated from the playoffs, and Mahomes tore his ACL. So what does this mean for the future of the Chiefs? That's a sad day for football. And as always, this episode is presented by Underdog. If you are new to Underdog, today is the day. Get $75 in bonus entries when you play just $5. And we have a Devon A-Chain. I get different responses on that. Give me pick for code GRID. Win or lose. Underdog is available in most states, including Florida, California, and Texas. So go support the show and use code GRID. We got to start the show with last night's game because we need to have a moment of silence for Skip Bayless. I think
I'm not going to be silent.
They still got a shot.
I'm not going to be silent.
Yeah.
Don't they still got a 1% chance?
They have 1%.
But they have a 0%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I thought
a
it was
chance,
one.
Skip.
No, it's
I
not.
thought they was still in there.
They do have one. It's a 1%.
No,
They need Philly to lose all three.
Stop
You don't
it.
believe no more, Skip, that 1%?
Stop it. Stop
Okay,
it.
all right.
Ask the question.
Okay, but first we got to get to Dak Prescott and what he had to say about their
Yeah.
playoff hopes because maybe he has a little more hope than you. Let's see.
Unfortunately, I'm sure the playoffs are out of the picture, but it's about taking pride in who you are as a man, and not only that, in your job and everything that's gotten you to this point. I mean, I know for a lot of guys and just the business of the world, right? Like, that's interviews for some people. Like you can't just give up. You can't just stop. You can't just say, "Oh, we're not going to playoffs." Like, it's the National Football League. I just saw a team Thursday night, that's not going to playoffs, beat a good team and knock them out.
But listen, Skip and Dak, if the Cowboys win out and the Eagles lose out,
It's not gonna, just stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
What was your reaction to the Cowboys' loss?
First of all, I would like to apologize to everyone watching for every nice thing I said about my Dallas Cowboys this year on this show. I take it all back.
Damn.
Come on, Skip.
I'm just so glad it's over so I don't have to sweat and fret watching this team, rooting for this team game after game after game and rolling on my carpet saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing to me?" I dared to continue to hang in with this team. It's just a fraudulent playoff contender. It turned out to be gutless, heartless, shameless. So much for this miraculous defensive turnaround after Jerry went out and got Quinnen Williams. Yes, happy days are here again. No, they're not. It was all smoke and all mirrors built around Eber fraud, who has to go. If they make one move in the offseason, as you and I have agreed from the start,
go.
Eber fraud has to go because he and his defense were nothing but fraudulent. The two must-win games after the Eagles kept reopening the door. Two must-win games at Detroit, at home against Minnesota. What? That happened and that happened. We gave up 78 points in 2 games. Fraudulent. And just when I thought I could trust the offense against Minnesota last night, we went 2 of 12 on 3rd down. And we got taunted and teased and toyed with by Brian Flores. They just kept daring us. They kept playing cover 0. They'd line up 8 men across the front and just say, "No, we're coming. Somebody's coming. You can't block us." My offensive line could not block them. Keep them off Dak Prescott. I've got the most dynamic receiving duo outside that you can have in the National Football League. And I kept saying, just throw it up. Just take the snap and throw it to one or the other because the corners can't stop either one of them. Not one time did we exploit Brian Flores' gambling, rambling, crashing defense. And we let J.J. McCarthy taunt us at home. We let him run the play fake naked boot score from the half-yard line and do the gritty.
What did you do, Skip?
Come on. What are we doing? And I'm saying, just get... after he did that, I said, okay, that's enough. Are you going to show a little pride, a little bit of guts? No. Brandon Aubrey, the greatest kicker in the history of pro football, missed 2 field goals last night. And that's all I need to know. That was the fitting end to my Dallas Cowboys. It came clear to me that we had 2 games in 4 days against last year's Super Bowl teams. And we beat the Eagles after we were down 21-0, and they just spit the bit. And then we beat Patrick Mahomes, but as we saw yesterday, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit, the Chiefs just unraveled. They just fell apart, and we caught them on their downfall as they were descending. We caught them at the perfect place at the perfect time, and Mahomes still threw a party against us, but we were able to take advantage of a Kansas City defense that hasn't been very good this year. And all of a sudden, we won back-to-back games against the Super Bowl teams in 4 days, and we said, congratulations, we're done. We are home for the holidays, because we did not show up in the 2 must-win games at Detroit and at home against the Minnesota Vikings and J.J. freaking McCarthy. I'm ashamed. I'm crushed. I'm devastated. I'm worn out from watching them. And I'm just happy that it's over, because George Pickens went into his shell and his pout, and whatever happened, he never came out of his funk. And Aqib, Trevon Diggs, he said he was ready to go last night, and they sent him home again. They sent him home again. They just said, nope, we're done with you because you quit on us. You didn't participate in practice. You didn't do your off-season. Yeah, I know. I got it. But this is a troubled, turbulent football team that met a fitting end last night. I'm happy that they are out of sight and out of mind. Thank you very much.
Man,
wait, what did Diggs say to you? I kind of want to hear. You said you talked to him?
Diggs say he been ready to go since Detroit.
Yeah, I understand. And Jerry
kept
saying no.
They tell him no.
Yep.
Practice, he getting picks in practice. Had a nice week of practice. He thought he was playing.
Well, that's not what they said. They said he was half-hearted in practice. And they said he was late to practice and late to meetings. They just said, we're not interested.
We're done.
And they said he played a cover 2 rep bad, and that's what they showed him, and that's why he ain't played. So, hey, man, clearly you need somebody. You giving up 30 ball after 30 ball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It don't look promising on the outside. Bland had a nice little game, though.
He did.
He had the help with him, and he had a nice little game. But why is safeties continuing to guard receivers? They call it man coverage. I keep seeing fucking safeties running around with number 3 receivers, bro. They can't guard them.
Yep.
So that's an Eberflus problem, man. But 30 ball after 30 ball, man, guys running through zone, guys getting beaten, man, pressure, no pressure. You let J.J. McCarthy drop 2 touchdowns, 250.
Yeah.
Like, man, the offense, 26 points should be enough to beat Minnesota.
Agreed.
I think it should be enough, but
J.J. completed 5 balls over 15 yards. That was by far his career high. He just doesn't do that, but we let him do it because we got no pressure.
Because our no pressure in the matchups is all messed up.
Yeah.
Justin should have had a touchdown. He dropped, let it go right through his hands.
On the corner.
He should have had a touchdown. He wide open, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, nothing changed for me, man. Eberflus just got to go. They don't worry, Skip. It's going to be nice and neat next year. They're going to get Eberflus out of there. They're going to get a real chef to cook it up, you know what I'm saying? I doubt Diggs be there. That's a mistake by them. I don't like how they handling that. They doing it like the media do Pickens. They just going off all your pass. You trying to use him. He's one of the leaders. He's one of the guys in the locker room. So, Shotty, for whatever reason, you come try to use him, make him the example. We're going to put our foot down and be firm. Like, come on, bro. You need him out there. He healthy enough to play.
Remember, they had fined him $500,000 for not rehabbing in the offseason in Dallas.
Right.
$500,000.
So,
that started it.
That started it. Their relationship already is up in the air, man. So, I doubt he there next year. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, shit. I'm going to hit Sean. We trying to get him up in Denver. You know what I'm saying? We could use him. You want to go rock with Pat? We can use him. We'll show you how to use him. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man. Defense, man. I look right at the defense. When I look at the Cowboys, I say, how many points they gave up? Another 30 ball. Can't win like that.
Where things are headed, just going off history, how Jerry worked, he liked to build through the draft. We had 2 no-shows by Pickens back-to-back.
Yep.
There's all this chirping of how he's acting, going to his shell and all this. Don't be surprised if Pickens ain't back either. Just saying. If they let him walk and go draft a wide receiver, this is how Jerry has always operated. Jerry loved his own. Jerry loves the people he drafts. The people who he bring in.
Homegrown.
Yeah.
But like why all this they lined up showing 0 and they running a 0. They weren't even dropping back. They running that shit. Like, bro, why we ain't throw you running a 5-yard out route?
Lob it up.
Like, why we ain't throwing it? If you want him to get in the game
for the beginning of the year to pay you to be the defensive coordinator.
If you want him to get in the game, As soon as I see that 0, even if y'all drop out, it's still single high.
Single high.
Bro, just throw it up to him right there. Like he got to have one of the highest percentages of either pass interference or catches in the league.
He would.
Like, why is we not throwing them the ball deep? You know what I'm saying? So,
and Jerry did defend Pickens after the game last night and said, I've never seen a body of work like he had built dismissed so quickly by everybody. And I agree with
not me, George. I ain't dismissing that shit, man. You
that's right.
And I know
hey, both of you said to pay him.
He balled all year, so I'm just like, but I'm just saying. I think he should get paid. He should be there. But we don't know. But I'm talking about defensively, Skip.
Yeah, I know.
They've been so worried about the run game. J.J. McCarthy was 6 of 8 on play action, 6 of 8, 87 yards and a touchdown. They were bringing the linebackers up so much that he's killing you on play action because they're so worried about we got to stop the run.
But they do.
J.J. McCarthy was, he was
stopped the
killing.
run.
He was killing them on the play action.
Yep.
And play action, a lot of people don't understand. You don't have to run the ball well in order for play action to work. It just has to be drawn up properly. And that's what was happening yesterday. They didn't run the ball great, but how they were drawing it up. But like Keith said, them matchups in the back end, if I can run play action and we man-to-man and y'all are getting beat in these man-to-mans, of course it's going to work. The defense just was...
That Kalen Carson has been pretty good, so he's in there on Naylor. And I look up and Naylor's like 10 yards behind him. I say, well, what are you doing, man?
Addison ran by him. Ran right by him. Like, come on, man, what are we doing? That shit not going to happen to Diggs. I don't give a fuck. It's just not going to happen to him. Man, look.
But, Lee, I think you hit the nose on the head at the beginning of the season. You were like, they're going to go 9-8.
They're not going to go.
Kinsey,
they're not going to go 9-8.
They're going to go 8-8.
You knew it?
Yeah,
do this
he
shit,
said
man.
beginning of the season they're going to be 8-9, 9-8. That's what he said.
I do this shit, Kinsey.
Spot on.
Skip, I feel for you, man. I feel for Dallas fans. It's just a roller coaster ride. I've never paid that much attention to the Cowboys season as much as I have this year, and I can't imagine. I mean, one week you're feeling like this, and next week it's like that. Just back and forth. It's tough, but you said it. I mean, it came down to 3 things for me. The first was third down. 2 of 12 on third down, 16% conversion rate. Yeah. I don't care who you're playing. Sure. I don't care how bad your defense plays. On offense, you're not going to win games. You have to extend drives. The game plan on third down wasn't good enough. We're coming up short of the sticks on 3rd and 8. We're throwing underneath routes. And it wasn't like it was 3rd and forever every single time. They only had 1 third down, I think, that was longer than 3rd and 10. They were just coming up short of the sticks. Dak didn't have time to go through progression. Only 2 sacks, but they're doing a good job of getting pressure on him. And I know you don't like the term pressures and QB hits and all of that, but they were forcing him off of his spot. He was getting uncomfortable. He made some good plays, but overall, third down, 2 of 12, you're not going to win.
You're not going to win.
The other area, though, that's more important than third down, red zone. Because we can't ignore that Dallas still put up 423 yards of offense. They were moving the ball up and down the field. Javonte Williams, I know he got hurt for the majority of the game, but when he came back, when he was going early on, he had some big-time runs. They were finding CeeDee Lamb. I know George Pickens didn't have a big game, but CeeDee Lamb had some big plays. Turpin, they were using him in different ways. So they were finding explosives. They just couldn't finish. 2 of 5 in the red zone. That's not winning football. All the yards mean nothing if you don't score points. Those yards look great.
Drive.
Huh?
They got a pick.
Yeah,
they had to do a trick play just to keep the drive going.
Yeah, and then they had to convert. But and they were decent on 4th down. It was just 3rd down they couldn't finish. And then, like I said, red zone, 2 of 5. And those 2 missed field goals, Skip, those were big.
Yeah, they were huge.
One of them was a 59-yarder, though, so I know we say that.
Aubrey here.
I think that's how good Aubrey is, though.
62 is not
Man,
the field.
59-yarder.
It's also hard when you're that good, you can't have off days. Well, we just talked about with Pickens. You're that good, you can have off days.
That's how good that man is, though. I got to give him credit. We're talking about being tough on him because he's missing a 59-yarder like it's a chip shot.
Yeah.
It's impressive. But, yeah, those 2 misses, those were big. Those were very important.
Kinsey, kickers can't have off days.
Yeah. You have an off day as a kicker, you lose a game. But even if he makes those, your defense, that's my 3rd and final point. The defense, Eberflus, we've talked about it all year. You're giving up over 30 points per game, and it happened again against a Minnesota offense that hasn't been quite as explosive as you would think they were going to be this year with all the weapons. But J.J. McCarthy came out. He threw for 250. 2 touchdowns. I mean, after the first 2 drives, though,
he was missing some
and they had some drops, too.
They
had some drops, too. That touchdown that Addison, he underthrew, that should have been a touchdown. The drop to Jettis, he missed Jettis on another back shoulder fade. He could have had 3 or 4 touchdowns in that game and probably 350 if we're being honest. But for me, the tough part was that you're not getting any pressure. And I know we've talked about Micah Parsons all season long, and you probably don't want to hear about it. And shout out to Micah, too, that injury. I know we'll talk about it in a little bit. Hate to see that, but 0 sacks last night against J.J. McCarthy, a guy that's still a young quarterback.
Outrageous.
And he holds the football at times, and he's not been the best at going through progression.
You like the all over the map?
Yes,
Yeah.
and he's falling away on throw. You have to get pressure and make him uncomfortable. You have to force him to miss some of these throws. He's sitting back there going 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, back to 1, back to 2.
Easy for him playing all that. Like, I want them to play man.
But they can't pass off man. They're playing zone. You said it. Guys are running wide open through zone. They're dropping out. We're getting underneath routes. Guys can't tackle. Then we play man against bunch, and I'm with you. The safety's playing on the number 2 and number 3 receiver. You can't do that. That bunch touchdown down at the goal line. It's just a simple pass off. And they don't even scheme it up that wild, but they just go in and out a little bit, send them on the out route. It's a walk-in touchdown. They can't figure out how to pass off some of these concepts. And to me, that's not personnel, that's coaching. That's Eberflus. I know you call him Eberfraud. I'm not going to go there, but I'm with Aqib. I think they get Eberflus out of there for next year on defense. They've got to find some more guys in the secondary. Hopefully it's Diggs, and he's back. But offensively, still, you're putting up points. Third down, red zone wasn't great, but defense for me has been the downfall of the Cowboys all season long.
And Aqib, I don't want to go too deep back into this because we got bigger and better stories coming, and this is not a good story, but George Pickens. So last night, Chris Collinsworth said something that was profound to me and impactful because Chris Collinsworth, I don't know if you remember, once upon a time, he was a really good receiver in this league. He made 3 Pro Bowls in his first 3 years, played in a Super Bowl against Joe Montana. He was really good, 6'5", and could run. And he said late in the game that this is just me, he said, and I'm going to paraphrase it. He said, a receiver like George Pickens has to demand the football. Just with your body language, you have to attack the football and show the quarterback it's your football and you want the football and you'll get the football if you play with that kind of body language. I don't know if you've felt that way occasionally, but the point was, in the last 2 games, George Pickens, who is fabulously talented, we all get that, just didn't play with the body language of, I want the football. I'm going to get open and you're going to throw me the football. Last night, it just screamed for get open and say, I want the football because they can't cover me one-on-one, because there's a whole lot of one-on-one going on that should have been exploited. So I liked what Chris Collinsworth said because George Pickens is just better than that. That's just me.
Well, so have we not said he's the best deep ball threat in the league?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he's doing. When you the best, when you get labeled in the arena as the best deep ball threat in the league, that means every time the ball up, he getting to it, he's showing you it's my football.
Okay.
So why we didn't throw it last night?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How can I demand? That's why I tell my kids, don't ever fucking play receiver.
Okay.
Because you got worried about Chris Collinsworth in here and the offensive coordinator, the quarterback, the O-line. I ain't worried about all that shit.
It's too dependent.
Never. They'll do it while they're in Little League and they can just ball and his cousin, the quarterback and shit. Man,
and on top of that, too.
When we really get to it, no more receiver, bro. We're not doing it.
It is dependent, but it's also determined by the coverage on the defense, too. There's times you could run, we could go a whole game and have you at
I've done it.
And run so many plays designed for you, but the coverage is making me go elsewhere with the football where you won't even get a look maybe till the 3rd quarter.
Right.
So that is a fair point.
Here's what you also got to understand, Skip. It's rare in today's game quarterbacks are reading defenses.
Yes.
And we'll get into it even with Shador and how these young guys are being coached.
Yeah.
Dak is one of the rare quarterbacks who actually is reading the defense. He's not going through his progression of reads of my receivers. He's reading what the defense is giving. So it's rare, but Dak is one of those guys.
Right.
So you also got to take that.
I fuck with Dak. That's my guy. Been my guy for a long time.
Yeah.
But he is reading these defenses. If they lined up everybody in the A-gap all across, right now I know it's probably single high.
Yep.
Every once in a while they got some new shit now. They have blitz. They run 6-man pressure and play cover 2.
Yeah.
And the Vikings will do it.
2 inverse.
Yeah, 2 inverse. The Vikings will do it. But even if you do that, at that deep part of the field, it's one-on-one, bro.
He not getting back there.
Bro, if he get back shoulder. If he don't get back, throw it up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what we doing?
Well, even that, and we'll talk about it a little bit, but the throw to Jerry Jeudy that Shador had, that was a 2-man type look. You had Byard off the hash. Like, you can still make that throw. It was a great throw, and it was a great read. So, but to Gerald's point,
George Pickens had feasted off the slant route, obviously. They ran one slant last night, and the corner basically ran the route for him. and it had no chance.
They was in cover 2 again.
You know?
That's what
But you're
that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna play cover 2 and they're gonna squeeze them slack.
You've seen
But
two
you-
games with low effort.
But you're going to have to. It has been low effort.
Low
That's
effort.
A good
That's what you're
description.
saying.
But you're going to have to live with that. He's
Okay.
just too good.
Pay
not
him,
to
but
pay
he's
him.
going to have low effort games.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to move on from the Cowboys. Sorry, Skip. I'm actually glad because you rolling on the floor last night. I hope you don't have a heart attack. So let's move on from the Cowboys.
I'm better now.
Yeah, we got
Got it off his chest.
Yeah, he got it off his chest. Okay, you've been rooting for the Colts all season long. You've been a big Colts fan. Obviously, they fell apart, and they decided to play 44-year-old Phillip Rivers.
I'm just nothing, Cody.
Yeah, we know what you said. Okay, so Phillip Rivers, he managed to stay alive on Sunday. And honestly, a hell of an effort. And he lost a heartbreaking 18-16. I really thought in the end, that field goal, I was like, they've got this. They only gave the ball back, 50 seconds left in the game?
Yeah.
Heartbreaking. So the Colts defense held the Seahawks to the end zone, but still couldn't find a way to win this one. Phillip Rivers threw a touchdown at 44 years old. And he was very emotional after the game. So I do want to show that clip because proud of this guy.
I think maybe it will, I don't know, inspire or teach, to not to run or be scared of what may or may not happen, Hopefully, certainly I think of my sons and those ball players, that I'm in charge of at the school, that they'll say, like, crap, coach wasn't scared. You know what I mean? It's like, shoot, sometimes there is doubt, and it's real. And
are you laughing at him?
Why is he crying?
You can the guaranteed safe
come
bet
on,
is to go home.
Why
and,
though,
or to
bro?
not go for it. And the other one is
13,
shoot, let's see
bro.
what happens. And so I hope that in that sense that it can be a positive to some young boys, or young people. It doesn't have to be boys.
I feel you, Phillip, but it's just week 14.
So you're telling me right now?
Yeah, but he think about the kids. Though.
Man.
He ain't care about the game.
If you hopped off the couch,
about the kids.
went and
That kid
played
got
a game,
no
and your
heart.
boys watched you play, and your family, you wouldn't get emotional post-game press conference?
No, bro.
No?
Maybe it's because the amount of big games I played in. Maybe it's that.
Maybe I'm not
And
saying
Phillip
Think about the game.
I'm
Phillip
gonna be
Rivers
crying
I walked
over
into
week
that one.
14 loss.
He not thinking about the game. He thinking about the kids.
I get
Yeah,
it.
man,
I
he's
get it.
like-
I'm gonna be
yeah.
laughing. I'm gonna be like proud. Like, yeah, my youngest got to watch me play, man. Felt like I didn't know what was gonna happen. I made it through. Like I'm just not. Maybe just me, Skip. Maybe it's because I'm from the projects and shit. I'm just not that emotional to be crying week 14. That's just me. You know what
He's
I'm
a
saying?
sensitive, soft guy.
I mean, you get older, y'all start going through shit. My mom be doing that shit, Skip.
How-
Be crying out the blue.
How
and shit.
old is your youngest?
He's 7.
Okay.
He about to be 8.
So he didn't know you as a football player. that
Right.
well, right?
Right.
Okay. Would it matter to you if he got to see you play?
I would love him to get to see me play, but that ain't gonna make me cry though, Skip. That's just maybe I just cry over different shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just me.
Okay, when was the last time you cried?
Shit, I cry now. I ain't saying I don't cry, but I cry over real shit. Like you know what I'm
Not
saying?
football, apparently.
That's some real
Not
shit. That's real shit.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry.
Maybe he was hurt. Maybe he was hurt from when he slipped on the logo.
Okay, well, don't
All right.
rain on the man's parade.
Man,
man, come on.
I was like, damn, I ain't. Maybe I missed it.
I watched that. I watched that. I got emotional. I'm like, that's gonna be a cool moment tomorrow. Aqib's laughing. I'm like, shit. Maybe I'm soft.
Week
Yep.
14.
Maybe I'm
bro.
soft.
You know, Cody would be up there crying.
He starts
Hey.
again next week. It
Hey.
ain't like it's his last game or like shit.
Which they did confirm that he will be starting again next week. But
Yeah.
Cody, I need to know 1 to 10, how impressive was Phillip Rivers?
1 to 10. It's tough. I started with a 7
Damn.
just because of you saying high or low.
Hi.
A 7 is a C. That's the 70s. 7 out of 10. I don't know. Hey, go ahead.
I'm talking about impressive. I'm not saying what he did on the field. I'm saying how impressed was I with what Phillip Rivers did overall. It was a 7, then he cried. I bumped him up to an 8. But really, it was a 7. I have him at a 7, and you look at it totality. I mean, to come off the couch, to be coaching high school football, to be retired for 5 years, to come back, and let's not forget going to Seattle, which is
1,800
probably
days.
the toughest place to play with that crowd against Mike McDonald and that defense.
Yep.
Come on now, man, to go out there and give them a chance to win in that game. I know the
So
defense
give
played
him a
great.
9 at least.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Went to a 7
about to give him a
because
3.
of level of difficulty. I bumped up to an 8. Maybe I'm a quarterback and I'm biased, but I'm giving him an 8.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear your score. But how cool was that? I thought that was a great moment, man. I had flashbacks of when I was a kid watching him play growing up and just all the great things he did in San Diego and making those big-time plays. And it was cool, man. I thought the game plan was exactly what I expected, though. They were going to come into the game, especially early on, trying to run the football. Let's feed Jonathan Taylor. Let's get the run game going. It's tough against that defense, but when we have Phillip throw it, let's be short. Let's be intermediate. Let's get some of those screens. Now, started out a little shaky, didn't get into a rhythm. His first throw was a back shoulder to a running back, too, out of empty, so I wasn't expecting that. But still, they put the ball in his hands. They trusted him to make some plays, and they kept the balanced attack. They ran it 30 times. They threw it 27. So it wasn't just let's run it 50 and he's only throwing it 10 and become one-dimensional. They stayed two-dimensional, which was important. Now, he did miss some throws and had some off plays. Slipped on one of them. I'm blaming the painting at the middle of the field. He slipped. The fall wasn't bad for me. It was him trying to get back up real quick, I think was tough to watch, and wish he would have just stayed down. But he got up, took a hit.
A couple.
I love what he said, too, after the game. I know we showed that clip, but he said, man, I'm crazy like that. Like, I'm built like that. I told my wife.
Told his wife over the last couple of years.
Do you miss playing? I just want someone to come hit me real quick. Someone come hit me and give me a shot while I'm throwing a football. That's what I miss, which to me is impressive. And for how many years he played. That stuff
doesn't bother me.
No, and that's the competitive that's the competitor that he is. But with that being said, when they had him throw the football, I thought he did some things well. That touchdown to Downs on the crossing route. He should have had 2 to Downs, too.
Hey,
He had that stutter and go.
You brought it up.
Had it perfectly down the sideline.
He looked too late.
Did Downs lose it in the lights?
I think he just looked too late.
Yeah, he held right, came back, and I think that's a timing thing, too. I think it's a chemistry thing.
That's what it is.
He thought he was going to be more stacked. Downs was more outside. He just threw it too far inside.
Didn't the DB fall?
He roasted him.
I think the DB
put him on the ground.
He could 5 yards of separation. He was gone. It was a walking touchdown.
He roasted him, and then he chopped out.
The safety was way in the middle, too. He wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, he looked up and the ball was landing.
Yeah.
It was a good ball. Phillip.
It was a little inside. It was a little inside.
I mean, but if you fucking drop him out on the ground, I'm just going to put it up to you and let you go. You could get to it. It's inside. You could have got to it.
And there was a free rusher. He had to just let it go high.
Exactly.
That's what I wanted Dak to do last night.
Yeah, I will say, though, on those stutter go routes to that point, you got to throw those on the outside shoulder. You want to throw it on the outside so they can adjust. He left it a little bit inside. But if you make a motherfucker fall, who cares?
Yeah. Where is that? Just go get it. I see you made him fall. He coming. I just got to put it up.
I think by the time Downs got his head back around, though, he's like,
that's Downs. Why is you doing that little 8U football shit? Like, how far are you going to run before you look back? You fucking 20 yards downfield. You still ain't look back. You already put him on the ground. As soon as you put him on the ground, just look back and just go track it.
So that was late third quarter, and they were up 13-9.
I know.
If you convert that,
I wanted that one, Skip.
Yeah.
And it's 20-9.
Yeah.
So you win the football game. I think you got a shot.
That was a big play. The other one too. I mean, he called protection left. They ended up bringing right. The running back picked it up. That split to Tyler Warren down the middle. Split the linebackers.
He dropped.
It was a seam throw, man. That's a tough throw. No, he caught that one. That was over the middle.
Okay.
He did drop a couple corner routes. Almost made a hell of a catch where he just didn't get his feet in time or didn't get the ball in time. But a couple corner routes I would have liked to see Warren make for him. But I thought he did a great job. And then the biggest play for me, though, was the back shoulder to Alec Pierce. That was the hero play. I thought that was it, Skip. It's third down. You're coming off of the 2-minute warning. You have a chance to win the football game. You throw a back shoulder. You drip a dime. Perfect throw. Great adjustment by Pierce. You make the catch. They're going to kick a field goal. They make it. Game's over, right? We walk off into the sunset. It was 3rd and 7 in a crucial moment. Wish they would have converted on the next series or the next, new set of downs. Could have got a little bit closer for the field goal, but it doesn't matter. They ended up scoring. They ran it on 3rd down. He checked to it, and they trusted their kicker. He made a kick, but unfortunately the defense couldn't get a stop. So I'd love to say 10 if they would have won the game, but yeah, level of difficulty for coming off the couch and playing that way.
So you
I gave him an 8.
He bumped it up to an 8. Yeah.
For the cry.
Yes. For the
what do you
cry.
got?
And I felt like he only looked old on one play. As the play fell down, took him like a second and a half to get up.
He looked old. Yeah.
That's the only play he looked old. Shit, he made some real quick decisions, got the ball out fast. They couldn't fucking sack him because he was letting it go too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He made sure he didn't get
That's
sacked.
all game plan, though. Let's get it out, yeah.
And I mean, but you game plan that for some of these guys, and they just can't fit it in there, and they hold the bitch and still get sacked. You know what I'm saying? So he played like a real vet, getting that ball out. He was crazy on 3rd down. He was super accurate all night.
He was.
Like, man, he definitely impressed me, man. And then for the game, you throw a back shoulder right at like 17 or something to put him right just far enough for the field goal. Like, man, hey, I was very impressed. I gave him a 9 out of 10, Skip. Like, I gave him an 8.
Like,
that shit
but you bumped him down.
Wait, I I thought you were saying mine was low.
It
Or
is
I thought you
low.
said- I'm sorry. I thought you were saying mine was high.
I
No,
know.
you
I watched the
assumed
tape.
that. He didn't even tell you what he meant.
Yeah, I just
Like,
said,
hey,
damn. Like,
7?
I
Wow,
watched the
I
tape.
thought
I'm
you were
like,
going
bro,
lower,
Phillip
too.
really going crazy
Hey, I'm
right
like,
now, bro.
I-
Like, he looked better than Daniel Jones, for real. Like,
I
he just
just-
came
He
around.
did.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I gave him a 10.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
for real,
I gave
bro.
him a 10, man.
Let's go. I
They
thought
had
I was trying to be
13 third downs. 13 third downs. Phillip Rivers threw the ball, 12 of them.
Bro, he went
And he was
crazy.
8 of 12 and picked up 5 first downs.
One for the game?
One to put you in position to win the game.
Shit.
That boy was coaching high school football on Monday. He was playing against a top 5 defense on Sunday on the road. Let's put it into perspective. He lived in Alabama. Team is in Indy. They played in Seattle. Look at all this travel he had to
That's
do.
true.
And if you look at him move, I thought he looked old the whole game because I played against Phillip Rivers. You played against him. When he dropped back, he do that little
He do that all the time.
feet.
Yeah.
But it was just a little, he barely.
Yep.
But his throwing motion, Cody can attest to this, throwing motion, he's always had that little flip with his arm,
Yep.
but he always had more torque with it. This literally was just shoulder throws yesterday.
Yeah.
But playing the game with what he had to do yesterday and what he accomplished, and he scored a touch, and he threw a touchdown, man, he get a 10 for that. 44 coming off the
Crazy
Really
accurate.
think about this.
I thought you guys were going to give me a hard time for giving him an 8.
No.
He
I
get
know.
a 10.
Nah.
The way that they sounded,
Nah.
I agree.
I thought they
I was
were.
like,
Yeah, I'm
wow,
like,
you're being
How we
really
sounded.
hard on.
He said I give him a 7. I said,
No, I
damn.
said I started with a 7 and then level of difficulty bumped it up
he
to an
get a
8 and how we
10 for
played.
Maybe it was because of how
if they
hard
win,
you were
it's
on
a
it.
10.
because
Man,
you
let's
tried.
think about this yesterday.
Well, they ain't had
You
nothing to do with
had
it.
2 high-level
game.
athletes that didn't finish the game with their knees.
Yeah.
He 44 off the couch and finished the game.
Yeah.
He get a 10 for that alone.
All right.
Like,
Let's go.
really, that's impressive scale. That's a 10.
So was not the degree of difficulty
Yes.
he faced a 10?
Yes.
Wasn't that a
Yes.
10?
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. To go to the Seattle Seahawks.
I got to go 10 for
Yes.
Phillip
Oh.
Rivers because Seattle was number 2 in points allowed. Seattle was number 2 in quarterback pressures. And Phillip goes in as a 14-point dog to, as you point out, the loudest. I think it is.
12.
That they haven't played that well there lately, but it is. You guys played there, right? It's the loudest. All right. So it's the loudest stadium, and you go in there without Sauce, without Charvarius, without DeForest Buckner on your defense, and you lose some guys on defense and in your offensive line during the game. So it's piecework of play. You're not that team that had won all those games. This team has now lost 4 games in a row. So you walk in with a team that's sliding into the sunset, and you manage to get sacked 1 time and you got hit 4 times. That's incredible to me. That's impossibly great to me because he showed you that it's the one position in the National Football League you can play with your brain, right? You can just play it with your experience and your wits and your guts and your know-how, not your body, because he looks like he weighs 20 pounds more than he did when you last saw him on a football field. And yet he goes in there and they dumbed down the game plan, they simplified it, and they said our target score was we wanted to win the game 20-17. And they had it right on course, where I couldn't draw it up better than they drew it up and executed it, where if you just make the throw to downs, it's done. I think you're going to win the game, and it would be one of the greatest upsets in the history of the National Football League under these circumstances. He practiced 3 times, and the third one was a walkthrough, okay? So we had 2 full practices. Wow, and to your point, he's flying all over the country to get to Seattle. Well, you can't do it any better, but it was, in the end, it was kind of sad to me, and because I look at what they're up against. So now they've lost 4 in a row, and they've fallen down to, what are they now, like 8-6? I think they are, right? 8-6. And I look, and you got San Francisco at home on Monday night. You'll like that, right?
He's lucky we don't have Nick Bosa.
Yeah, okay. And then you got Jacksonville at home, and then you have to finish at Houston, which might be the hottest team in the league as we speak, quietly, the hottest team, right? Okay, so what are you going to do against this? I mean, can you win another game? I just don't know if they can win another game under these circumstances.
They
But
probably don't win another game, but Phillip probably looked like he looked last night. I mean, yesterday.
And I guarantee you, Phillip was calling some of them people by their number. He probably didn't know everybody's name.
Yeah,
that's true.
He probably, hey, number 12, I need you to do this. Like, that's what he dealing with.
No, Phil, man. He was in there.
All that, man. I'm telling you, man, it's just he didn't have timing is everything. You know about a quarterback, timing is everything. And I think that throw that they didn't connect on, you got to understand who you're playing. If they had time together, he know, Phillip, right. This ball's coming out. I need to get my head around.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Well, listen.
So, in the end, bottom line, I know you don't love QBR, but just for the record, you got to give it to Phillip. His QBR was higher than Sam Darnold's in this game. It was 53-44.
Yeah, I played Sam Darnold.
All right,
Very
y'all played Sam Darnold.
And the most important thing, I'm not going to count the last pick because that was desperation mode.
Yeah.
No turnovers. Didn't turn the football over.
He turned it over. If I get a pick at the buzzer, it counts.
I'm saying in the
throw a pick at the buzzer, it counts.
Well, okay, there's 4 seconds left, and I got to try to.
If you touchdown, it would have counted, right?
You know what, though? Go back to what Phillip says, though. Like, he would always say, well, you're not throwing a touchdown from backed up like that.
All right, well, what if he catch it? What if he throw a slant? What if he throw a slant and dude take it to the crib? Do it count?
Hell yeah, it's touchdown.
All right, well, dude, your pick count, too.
Pick don't count. Okay, outside of that, though, throughout the majority of the game, he didn't turn the football over. He didn't have any interceptions.
That's like a quarterback throwing a screen and they go score. That's a touchdown pass, right? You ain't do shit but throw a quick screen, but you count it as a touchdown pass. Everything count.
Okay, yes, it counts on the stat sheet, but I'm saying it didn't dictate the outcome of the game throughout. He did enough to win the game. He threw a back shoulder to Alec Pierce. He got him in field goal range. The game should have been over.
You don't give him a 7.
But no.
I gave him a 7.
I started with a 7.
I gave him a 9.
I was like, Aqib.
But the pick fucking count.
I finished with an 8, but I'm like, Aqib's going to give me shit. Because he's going to say the defense won.
So now you're giving him a 9?
An 8. If they won, I would give him a 10.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, hats off to you, Phillip Rivers. The arena is giving you 8, 9, and 10. So
hell yeah.
44 years old. You know who we also need to give it to? That is Bo Nix and those Broncos. Because Aqib has rode with them all season long through the ups and the downs that we keep hating on him, that he couldn't do it, even though he was winning. And after trailing by 9 points in, Bronco fashion, in the second half, your guy PS2 got that interception and turned this thing around, and there was no looking back for the Broncos from there. And they went on to beat the Packers 34-26 behind 4 Bo Nix touchdown passes. 4. Insane. This man is now top 5 odds for MVP, and we were not listening.
Let's go, Bo.
It's crazy. So, Aqib, you bet Lil Wayne $5,000.
Pick up lead.
And they were the underdogs. So there we go. I get my cut, which I'm very excited about. What are you going to buy the arena? I'm really curious.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to blow it on the arena.
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
Load this shit real quick.
Aqib, what did the Broncos prove by winning against a favored Green Bay?
Well, I ain't even going to talk about the defense. The 3 sacks, timely sacks, too. They was like very...
You just said you weren't going to talk about them.
Just real quick. I ain't even going to talk about them. But the 3 sacks, the 15 QB hits, the 2 picks, timely picks, too. Like, right when we need them, turn the game around type picks and close the game type picks. And the 60-yard passing in the second half, we know the defense going to do what the fuck they do. But the offense is what I want to talk about, Skip. And I really think we chip ready. I think that offense don't get no love, but quietly, very low-key, we are ready for the chip, man. This defense chip ready. Bo had another day. Bo just been stacking days since he deactivated. We're going to call it since deactivation. You know what I'm saying? He just been stacking days, 250, 4 touchdowns, 0 sacks, working the shit out the pocket. And I hate that Parsons got hurt because Parsons was on his ass early. Parsons was disrupting a lot of shit early, you know what I'm saying? And when he left, it went silent, you know what I'm saying? So he had to really work in that pocket. So it was perfect, man. Big Court had a day, 7 for 113 and a tub, man. He hit Nixon with the mean out and up.
Who's Court? I don't even know who it is.
Come on, Skip. He's number 14. You could call him number 14
Skip's got to find one player on the Broncos to hate just to annoy
all the time. You know how Skip do.
No, he's an SMU guy, so I can't hate it.
Okay, there we go.
He worked the shit out Nixon again on the fade.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then on 4th down, he worked him again. He worked Valentine on the 4th down. Worked Valentine, all 3 perfect dimes by Bo. Big time throws and big time situations, man. Troy Franklin has 6 targets, 6 catches. Him and Bo been on the same page since Oregon.
Yep.
That's his safety blanket, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Lil Jordan Humphrey really emerging as the number 3 guy. He like that big body guy in there, gonna block, gonna catch them tough passes in the middle. Man, it's chip ready, Skip. Man,
chip ready.
And then you look at the defenses that we done had to look at this year. We looked at the Chargers. That's a big time defense. We had a 20-13 lead, 5 minutes left in the fourth. We should win that game. Our defense lost that game for us. We looked at Houston. Bo had 2 touchdowns, 10 points in the fourth, dub.
Lee, can I interrupt you real quick?
Yes.
Because I think you have some backup on this argument.
Yeah.
You might have a friend who you
got?
brought in. Yeah.
My guy?
Yeah, your guy might be here. You
I hit my guy last night, told him to come to the arena real quick.
Did you?
Yeah, she brought his guy. Let's see what he got.
We looking like, hey, my guy.
There he is.
My guy. Jump in the arena, baby. I just popping my shit real quick, man. I really was talking about the offense, but shit, since Pat here, let's talk about the defense, man. What's up, my boy?
What's going on, man? Coolin'?
You good?
I'm good, man.
Hey, so out the gate, what coverage was you in on that nice little pick? What coverage was that?
So we was in quarters, but we checked the palms. So I'm reading 2.
Yeah.
2 chip block. So now I'm on 1. And basically, like, I knew 9 he was going deep. So I'm like, man, let me get out this pedal and run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That boy, he pretty fast.
Yeah, he can go.
So we was in quarters, palms. The next thing you know, he ran vertical. Played a deep ball, seen the ball in the air and made a play. So.
Nah, for sure. When I hear cover 4, teach my sons, teach my kids. As soon as we hear 4, what you hear? Post. That's what we can't get caught on us in cover 4, man. Hey, the pick was nice as hell. You know what I'm saying? It definitely changed the game. I played in that stadium, man. How that stadium started rocking after that pick?
It was a momentum swing for sure. Because the first half we started off a little slow, and obviously we needed a big time play on the defensive side of the ball. And the crowd, they was rocking, man. You could tell just from the start of the game to the finish. They was all. And that's the support we need, especially in that altitude. We get that energy, and them guys tired in that altitude, gasping for air. We're a tough team to beat at home for sure. So, we definitely felt that home field advantage.
Yeah, man, I just been popping it all year, man. Hey, I've been telling these boys, I know it when I see it. I played like 15 playoff games, you know what I'm saying? About 4, 5 AFC, NFC chips, couple Super Bowl. I know what this shit look like, Pat. And I've been telling Skip and the guys and Kinsey, you know what I'm saying? I've been telling them this shit real, man. That was a great day, my boy. Go ahead, Skip.
Are you guaranteeing a Super Bowl?
I don't guarantee nothing.
Okay.
I don't guarantee nothing, but I guarantee you we something to deal with.
So, Pat, that play you made, we could make a case was like a play of the year because you guys are in some trouble at home at that moment. You're down 23-14. Josh Jacobs had just gashed you for the 40-yard touchdown. You had gone 3 and out, and you made a defensive player of the year kind of play. Were you thinking to yourself, I need to make a play to change this, to turn this, to flip this momentum? Because that's it. The game, as you just said, it changed dramatically on one play that you made on their best deep threat. Were you thinking, I got to make this play?
Yeah, I was thinking the ball in the air, I had to make a play. The game has so many variables in it. It could be a game-changing play. And I was like, man, it's either do or die here. So I went up and attacked the ball. But, obviously they scored that touchdown. Then the next possession, we got a 3 and out. And obviously they had all the momentum going. And I felt like what they was trying to do, they was trying to capitalize. Throw it to their best deep threat, try to make a play. Making even a tougher deficit upon us. But I knew, man, they was trying to go vertical. And once the ball in the air, man, it's either mine's or nobody's. And that was my mindset going into that play. So.
Yeah. Pat, I got a question for you. There's been a lot of criticism this year about Bo Nix, right? And even some of these wins, people have been hard on him. There's been some narratives. But he just keeps delivering and finding ways to win these games. As a defensive player, what has impressed you the most, and how important is it to have a guy like Bo at quarterback?
Man, just to say it's the second year, it's crazy. Yeah. It's an understatement because, he's so mature. You know what I mean? He's way beyond his years. He's very poised. He commands the huddle. And even in situations like that, man, he just stays cool, calm, and collected. And that's what you look for in a quarterback. And he just has that instant game-changing ability, you know, to make plays throughout the game. You know what I mean? He's hyper-aware, hyper-focused, and he's going to do what needs to get done. And obviously, it showed yesterday with the type of game he had. So,
hey, Pat, Gerald McCoy here. I got a question as a defensive lineman. Lead played with a great D-line. You're playing with the best D-line in all of football. How does it feel taking the field, one, you being who you are, but also knowing you have that D-line that you know this QB can't hold this ball. And I know if them guys don't get on them, they're going to force him to make a bad play to where we can make a play in the back end. Just talk about the luxury of having a group like that playing in front of you.
Man, it's a huge luxury, man. I always say, man, I'm thankful for them guys up front, boy, because it's like everywhere we got dogs. You know, we got Nick and Coop on the edge. You got Zach Allen, JFM, John Franklin Myers, Malcolm Roach, DJ Jones, you know, all those guys, and they producing at a high level. It's like everybody eats. And, you know, the main thing that I take away from that room is they just like, they're selfless. You know what I mean? They don't care, you know what I mean, who gets the sack, who gets the pressure. You know what I mean? Everybody's all the line. And that's what makes it a scary defensive line unit. So it's a pleasure to play with those guys, man, because when I'm in the back end, I have a shot clock in my head. I have like a 3-second shot clock.
Yep.
And then, you know, that's how much pressure affects opposing offense. When you got that pressure, you open to make more plays. So them boys doing the thing. And, you know, I can't wait for them to break that sack record.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, stay locked in, Pat. It's easy to lose focus at this time of the year, you know what I'm saying? You be 12-2 and everybody feeling good. This the week coming up. This the week. You gotta really get on, guys. Just act like we lost the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Make sure ain't nobody late, you know what I'm saying? All the little shit, bro. It's gonna be all the little shit that's gonna get y'all over the hump, man. Y'all boys doing something special. But talk about these PIs my dog Riley getting, bro. Why is they on him so bad? Why they on him like that?
Man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the refs have against Riley. But you know what I mean, I'm not going for it, man. I mean, he was in perfect position, perfect coverage.
Perfect.
Look back for the ball, teach tape. Then it was like, you know, the line judge by him didn't even make the call. It was the backfield judge. And he doesn't really have a good view, you know what I mean, up front. You know what I mean? He's just making blatant calls. So yeah, that was definitely, I mean, if there's anything that, you know, he could have done better, just show me, because like he was just in perfect position, great technique at the line, look back for the ball. I mean, I don't know what's going on, man. But my boy capitalized on the interception, so
yeah, he
no
did.
ball don't lie.
Get on the board, man. That ball don't lie, man. Hey, it's gonna be a crazy playoff shit. We probably gonna be the first seed. We there, you know what I'm saying? We clinch.
No doubt.
But man, no Patty this year, man. Hey, so you know boys is licking their chops, man. How we feeling about no Pat in the playoffs this year?
Oh man, shoot, it's a different situation going on. You know what I mean? Them boys always, you know, had our number the past few years. You know what I mean? Always going to the playoffs, going to Super Bowl. So it's a different scene, different change of things now. So you know what I mean, it's always good, you know what I mean, especially they in our division, to not see them in the playoffs this year. Shoot, it's good for us. But you know, the road's gonna get tougher and tougher. We all know that as a team. We know we got Jacksonville coming up. You know, obviously KC, Christmas Day, and then we got, you know, the Chargers at home. So, you know, I think it's important, you know, to finish the season off strong, then bring that confidence and bring that mojo into the playoffs.
And how's your guys' focus in the locker room right now? Do you guys feel like you're locked in to make it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think we're very locked in. We're very bought into the process. Sean does a great job, you know, of not only holding us accountable, but holding the coaches and the staff accountable as well too. And we know that, you know, this job, you know, getting able to reach that point, you know, the Super Bowl, you know, is once in a lifetime. So we all know what's ahead of us. By the end of the day, we got to finish out the right way, finish the season out strong, clinch as one seed, obviously, get home field advantage. You know what I mean? That's where our eyes are headed. And, you it just takes ultra focus, ultra sound football collectively, as a team. And, the sky's the limit.
Well, listen, we are supporting you. We talk about you on pretty much every single episode. Lieb is usually wearing your uniform, so we're supporting you.
You see, Big Court. Go off, Big Court. Stop playing.
Yeah.
And we need you to make it to the Super Bowl, and we're going to be there on Radio Row all week long, so hopefully we're going to have you on the live show. We hope for that. So go make it to the Super Bowl. We're supporting you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hey, Pat, tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all, man.
I'm locked in, closed on Sundays, man. I'm on that thing tomorrow, man. Right from the arena, baby.
Let's do it, man.
For sure.
Let's do it.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
Good.
All right, Pat. Thank you.
You like how I did that, Skip?
Yep.
Yeah,
You should have your own show, man.
I know.
I plugged in, Skip.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring Bo next week, maybe.
Ooh.
Nah, Bo don't do this.
He doesn't.
Bo
I
locked
know.
in.
He's off social media right now.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
don't do
coming
this,
on this
but
show.
after
You know what?
season-
He'll do this. He'll do it pretty soon.
Yeah,
You
he
think?
will.
Yeah,
He will.
I do.
We gonna be the first thing that when he do something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the arena.
All right.
for sure.
Well, I did get Lieb's opinion on the Broncos. Obviously, we know his opinion. But I do want, what is your guys' opinion on the Broncos right now? Skip,
You wanna
do
go?
have a-
Yeah, I'll go.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they played great. They showed to me. I'm still torn, and I don't know if I'll have a chance to talk about them today, but between the Rams and the Broncos right now, I think those are the two best teams in the NFL. And
But
it's
you
a
did
toss-up. And
promise-
I've been convinced with the Rams, but after that performance yesterday, I might put the Broncos slightly ahead of them, especially with some of the struggles the Rams are having on defense right now. They're doing a good job keeping points off the board, but that secondary
Corners, man.
getting exposed a little bit. So
Like this.
with that being said, the Broncos absolutely showed that they are, in my opinion, Super Bowl favorites this year. And you didn't want to talk about the defense, but since Pat was just on, I will. It didn't start great. Green Bay scored on their first 5 possessions, and they had 3 field goals and 2 touchdowns. No, those 2 field goals to start the game were huge. To stop them and only force them to 3 points, that was huge. So your offense could catch back up. They can get points on the board and keep it close. Because 6-0 is a lot different than 14-0.
A lot different.
So that was a great job by them buckling down in the red zone, being bid, don't break. But after that, when they came out in the second half and Green Bay goes 3 for 71, I know they had the penalty, but then Jacob goes for that 40-yard touchdown, and then the offense goes 3 and out when they get the ball back, I thought they were in trouble. I really did. And my first thought was they need someone on defense, preferably the defensive player of the year or Benito or someone to get a sack fumble, make a big play, but someone has to step up. And superstars make superstar plays in big-time moments, and that's exactly what Pat did. And it was an unbelievable interception. He talked about Palm's coverage, meaning he's reading through number 2. As soon as he leaves, I lock on number 1. I know I'm locked up. He runs that post. He tries to beat him over the top. Watson is fast, too, and he gave him this credit, but that's a tough position to be in as a corner. You know this. For him to make up that speed, to lay out, that's a wide receiver catch. That's a wide receiver 1 type catch with those ball skills. It was unbelievable, but you saw what that did to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Now it sparks the offense.
By the way,
Stadium.
real
And the
quick
whole-
on that, Jordan Love said that he had a rusher in his face and he couldn't step into the throw the way he wanted to. I thought it was plenty of stuff, like it was there.
He underthrew it.
A little bit. He gave him a chance, but
But was it catchable and touchdownable? Yes, it was.
99% of corners are knocking that down, maybe, or not even getting there.
not
They're already beating the first place where they
agreed.
can't make up that speed, but his length, his size, like Aqib can do, being able to get his hand on the football, great ball skills. That was a very impressive play.
Listen,
He's a takeaway corner.
Christian Watson's 6'4", but he ran 4'4", so he could.
Right.
And he was stride for stride and step. What's Pat, 6'2"?
Yep.
I mean, he's
5'6",
step for
2
step
and a
with him.
half.
Yeah, which is a big-time play.
But
that
when the
sparks-
ball went up, it was just Pat's ball. You could just see it.
Yeah.
No, that's my
It's
ball.
not even about the speed.
Yeah.
Like he said, we was in palms. That's cover 4.
Yeah.
As soon as we hear cover 4, what you're not gonna catch is this post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Pat,
'Cause that's what
he's
you
so
wanna
in
hit.
tune. He's so in tune. Cover 4.
If I
every
see-
cover 4 beater, what you gonna throw?
I want a basic with a post on the outside.
It's
and
all
I know
kinda
that you're going
cover
to
four
be
beaters.
outside leverage, and I'm
Yeah.
going to hit you over the top because there's no one else to help in the middle.
And as DBs, we know that too.
Yes.
And if I'm in cover 4, what can they roast me on? Post. That's what you
Post.
can't catch. You know what I'm
Post.
saying? Cover 3, what can they hit? These seams. That's what you're not gonna catch.
Yeah.
Cause so we gotta know what we gotta take away too. So it don't matter what the speed is. Pat already knows. As soon as number 2 ain't come outside, he ain't catching no post. Go and catch a comeback, catch something down there.
Yeah.
But you're not catching this post, man. He still damn near got on top of Pat. You know what I'm saying? That show you how fast he is.
And the fact that they even tried Pat too, that's obviously
playing
saying,
with
hey
him,
man, I'm
man.
going for it. But
I know, but that's
I
their
think though-
guy.
Yeah,
That's
and
their
I
best
love
guy.
Jordan Love. Jordan's my guy, same hometown. I've worked with him since high school. Great player. I'm rooting for the Packers. But even if he throws a perfect ball there, Maybe he catches it, but I still think it's getting broken up. I still think it's a PBU because he's stride for stride with them in the way that he lays out. Now, talking about the defense, that sparked everything, that got everything going, but the MVP of this game was Bo Nix. Man, he has made big-time play after big-time play after big-time play, and you keep saying it, Aqib, and I'm fully bought in. You always talk about elevation. He elevates his game in these big-time moments when he needs to, and he just keeps doing it. He doesn't give a shit about the stats. Go ahead. Raise your cup. Hey.
Serious, dude. I like your speech. Yeah, it's like a real speech. You just raise your glass.
I almost text you yesterday to bring a Bo Nix jersey for you.
I'm not lifting my glass.
But, yeah, Skip, no. Skip's pouring one out. Skip's pouring one out today for the Cowboys. But just big-time throws, man. The one to Bandy, practice squad guy. I'm going to step up. Work left. I'm going to force that DB to attack me so then I know I can kick it out to my left. The one where he started right, then went all the way back left on the other side of the field with Humphrey working the scramble drill. He doesn't get enough credit for the type of athlete that he is. The ability to throw the ball on the run, not only to his right but to his left, away from his strength, is very impressive, man. He makes big-time throws rolling to his left. The throw on the out and up to Sutton. The fade to Sutton, you talked about it. But the two biggest plays for me in this game that stood out the most was the one where they're in 3-by-1, they motion Franklin over, and they get to a 2-by-2 look. They run a scissors concept, which is a post and a corner on the fly, which is a hell of a call by Peyton. You don't normally see that ran from a motion. It's normally a stationary play.
That's who ain't getting a lot of credit.
Peyton called a hell of a game. But they go, and then you see Valentine, who's the corner. He plays safety, so they go invert with a too-high look. The mic is dropping because he has to cover the middle of the field. The anticipation and the trust you have to make to throw that football, to know that Mims is going to run the corner, he's going to freeze Valentine just for a second, which he does, and then you have to let it rip and throw a two-ball right over that Mike linebacker, and before the safety can make a play with that timing and that trust to Franklin, who I know they had time at Oregon, but he's a young player, to make that throw in that moment. Also, in the red zone, where you guys know everything, it's bang, bang down in the red zone. It's not out in the field where you have a lot of room to work. When you're in the red zone, everything happens quicker. That was a hell of a throw. That's high level stuff. The anticipatory throw and the timing and everything that was involved with that play. And then the other one, the ice in his veins was the fade route to Sutton on
4th and 3.
Yep.
4th and 2. You're sitting there. Everything as a play caller is telling me I'm working a crosser, maybe a swing, get a spot with the back out of the backfield. I'm going to try to put you in a bind.
The back was open.
Because I know you're playing man.
Something quick, yeah.
But get it out quick. Let's get a crosser. Let's put you in a bind. Let's go double crossers with the sit maybe. Get the arms going, get the arms moving. But instead he goes, you know what? I got one-on-one with my best receiver. That's an alert on the backside to the X. I'm locking in. I'm throwing that no matter what. And a lot of people would probably say 4th and 2, don't throw a go ball. Why are you throwing a fade? But he had the trust, threw a dime. I got to give him credit.
What are you giving Bo Nix? What grade?
I'm giving Bo Nix an A+. I'll say this. Criticism-wise, just a little bit. Some of those thrown back across his body. There was a couple times where the Packers could have got their hand on the football, forcing some of those throws.
Being critical at this
but
point.
I'm just saying, I don't want those in the future to come back and bite him and allow them to get back in the game. Because there was one that Valentine could have got trying to force a throw, throwing back across his body. Look, I'm nitpicking here. I've got
Cody, A+, and you said they're the best team in the league right now.
I think they are.
They just took that spot for you.
I want to stick with the Rams.
Who said they was the best team in the league a while ago? 1?
Yeah, and 2.
2.
I know 3. TJ.
Wait, what happened to Tampa? I thought Tampa was the best.
Yeah, he said Tampa for the first 6 weeks.
Because they look like it. And then it's a lot going on there. But Skip,
he said enough about that.
For what's going on with, there's formulas to win, even when you are falling behind. One of those is be great in the red zone.
Yeah.
4-4 in the red zone.
Yeah.
Packers 1-4. That's one thing. Play disciplined football. Broncos had less penalties than Green Bay.
Yep.
Take care of the football. Broncos had less turnovers than Green Bay, and make the plays you need to make when you need to make them. And y'all both just listed all of those plays. The 4th and 2 throw, the touchdown throw where he put it in the corner, Pat Surtain's pick, the timely sack at the end of the game. We are taught as defensive linemen, if you want to end a 2-minute drive, get a sack. 2-minute sacks, end drives. Even if it's on the first play, it just messes everything up. And they made all the necessary plays when they needed to make it. You go to the other side, to the other team, when Micah went down, because I've talked about this, the Packers had a top 10 defense. They were getting to the quarterback. That wasn't their issue. Their issue was getting pressure on the quarterback. They went from 20th all the way up to number 4 in the league. And that's the impact that Micah had. When he went out, everything goes. So, we can come up with all the excuses you're going to come up with, Skip, for a while.
Excuses?
The Packers.
I'd like to hear some facts on this show for a
Oh,
couple of facts.
I'd be dying to know what
no
Skip's
facts
rebuttal
yet?
is. Let's hear
I know
it.
Bo ain't have 4 touchdowns, 300.
This is like a neon
Were
orange
they
show.
4-4 in the
happy
red zone?
talk.
What's
Or-
the QBR, though?
Yeah,
QBR was crazy, like an 85, 90 or some shit.
88.
Yeah, oh my
It
God.
was an 88?
That's
What
a
does this
fact.
man need to do?
That's a fact right there. We won by 10. I said we was going to
Somebody's got to bring a little objectivity to this discussion. All respect to you. You're having a magical year, a meant-to-be kind of year, although you just keep barely winning games, and you're 9th in point differential, which is weird. You're 12-2, but you're 9th in point differential. Think about that. Just let that compute for a second. That means you barely won some games, and you were in danger of losing this game until 2 things happened on the same play. Not only did Pat make a play of the year kind of play, as we just told Tim about, but he falls on Christian Watson, who has changed the way Green Bay plays offense. When he came back, he'd been out for much of the year, but when he came back, he can flat fly. He's Mossian in how at 6'4", he can, once he gets unwound, gets his legs going, he can run past most people except that person. And not only did Pat catch the ball, but he falls on top of him, and somehow, I thought he hurt his shoulder, it looked like to begin with, or collarbone or something, and then they said it was his chest, and they rushed him to the hospital, and now they say he's going to be okay. But he wasn't okay to play the rest of the game. So you lose as Jordan Love said after the game, he's been the driving force of our offense, and he's gone early in the second half on the same play. So the game just flips on his head. And then you're lucky again when a few minutes later, late in the third quarter, they lose their driving force on defense. So the 2 most important players, other than Jordan Love, the quarterback, but the most important player on offense other than Jordan is Christian Watson, and by far the most important player to their defense, just on their mindset and their confidence level, is obviously number 1, Micah Parsons, and he wrecks his knee and limps off, and he's gone. You don't think that took the heart out of Green Bay? And then, as spectacular as Bo Nix was, and I take nothing away from anything you guys have said, I counted 5 balls that Green Bay had its hands on. 5 throws. I got 5.
Yeah.
Where they had their hands
said
on
that,
football.
Skip. I said he was throwing across his body. I hear you.
And I'm like, there are a couple of outs where it's just right there. You just have to catch it. He's got a little Brett Favre Jr. going on in him, because the book on Brett, when you played him in the playoffs, and I was with all those Cowboy teams that played him, was he's going to throw you 3. You just have to catch them, because they're going to come unexpectedly, because there's a lot of this crazy, like wild body language and sidearm shortstop throws where you just got to be ready, because it's going to come, and it's going to come fast. You just have to catch it. And if they caught 2 of those, it changes the game. That was closer than the final score to me of 34-26. It just felt closer. As great as Bo was, he throws you the game. You just have to catch the game.
Got to catch it, huh?
Okay? All right? Well, you know and I know that is correct.
And that's
also what happened.
know as a DB, it's fucking hard to catch
It is.
a ball that's not
is.
thrown to you.
I understand.
Especially when he throw that bitch 100 miles
I know,
an hour.
that is correct.
It's not as easy
that is
as you
true.
making this sound.
No, I'm not saying it's easy. You just got to be ready. But if you're that team that was a 2.5-point favorite at Denver, where if we'd had this discussion last Friday, if you'd been here Friday, you might have been saying, Green Bay's looking like the best team in football on Friday, and then that happened. You lose Christian Watson and you lose Micah in the third quarter, boom. And then Jordan Love, I know you love him and you watched him sort of grow
fair game. Go for it, Skip.
But Jordan Love, you got to step into more throws. They rush the passer like nobody rushes the passer, and they're going to pressure you like nobody pressures the passer. You're just going to feel the heat constantly. But the whole game, he's just throwing it fall away. It's just back foot, fall away, back foot, fall away, back foot. Step in, have some guts and some courage. Just say, I'm going to take the hit, and I'm going to deliver, and I'm going to show my receivers they're going to get the football on time. And he was throwing like puff balls, like floaters, back foot. Wow, because they're all coming. I know they're coming. And you start seeing ghosts. You start seeing shadows. But that's what they do to you. I got it.
To your point, Skip, we done faced 4 of the top 10 defenses in the league. That's not including Philly. When we played them, they probably was a top 10 defense then. They're not right now. So we done played 5 of the top 10 scoring defenses in the league. So we playing against all the best defenses in the league, Skip.
Okay.
So
And he's still doing a
we
great
finding ways to whoop their ass in these fourth quarters. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why the scores are like so close.
Were you not a little lucky that they lost Christian Watson and Micah Parsons in the third quarter? Were you not a little lucky?
I don't do the lucky in football.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. Sometimes you're
it's
blessed.
football, though.
Sometimes
Those injuries happen. I mean, if nitpicking too, I'm not saying they're to that quality, but J.K. Dobbins is out, so now they're with R.J. Harvey
playing
and
with a
Coughlin.
rookie
They're
running
playing.
back.
Yeah.
Their run game's not the
I don't know
same.
that rookie
Our right guard out.
He looks pretty
There's
good.
linemen
Your
out.
rookie
Like
running back,
there's
you know?
injuries happen, Skip, and now it's terrible what happened to Watson. It's terrible what happened to Micah. I hate to see that, but that's part of football. I mean, we saw it yesterday. Devontae Adams has a hamstring.
Yeah.
Mahomes, ACL.
out.
Hate to see that. It's part of the game. You can't sit there and say, all right, they got hurt now. Let's just ease off a little bit.
There's a 100% chance
You
someone
still
will
have
get
to
hurt.
execute.
about 12 and 2.
For
even
all
you
the
still have to
bad
execute.
throws, even for all you say the bad throws, what about all the throws where Bo is throwing people open?
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand.
No,
the
he's
difference
spectacular.
in
I agree.
college and the NFL.
Yeah.
You have to throw people open. That window in college, that
Yep.
y'all see that wide open, it's like this in the league. So you have to put the ball to where if the coverage is like this, you got to put the ball over here. You got to know when to put it here. Cody been talking about it. Certain coverages, certain looks, you got to put the ball over here. You might have to he's throwing people open.
Yeah.
So he might have these ones where it's like, oh, it hit his hand or whatever. But what about the other 15 where he's putting the ball where only his guy can get it? And
also,
that's the
Sean,
difference in what Bo is doing versus a lot of people.
As sports fans, we're the most critical people of all time because 3 weeks ago, Bo Nix deleted his social media, and now majority of the chat says he gets an A. Incredible quarterback. It is a new day every day, and you've been saying all along, Bo Nix is that guy. But we do need to get to the other side of the ball, and Skip Bayless's favorite player of all time, unfortunately. Micah Parsons did tear his ACL, so he's out for the rest of the season and possibly could affect next season. So this is a massive blow for the Packers defense, and they have been firing on all cylinders right now in Denver. So Packers head coach Matt LaFleur explained how there's no excuses heading forward even after the huge loss. So I want to listen to that.
That's the name of the game. I told the guys nobody's going to feel sorry for us, and we got to rally around one another, and everybody's going to have to elevate their play.
The initial belief that Micah tore his ACL.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, so I'll leave it at that.
So the Packers lost, the Bears win, and Chicago is back at the top of the NFC North. So Gerald, I need to know who's going to win the NFC North.
The Bears are going to win it.
Really? You're sold on the Bears?
I picked them before the season.
Ooh.
Like in preseason, I picked the Bears
To win
the
North?
It's documented. I picked the Bears to win the North because of one, the defense was really good last year, and I knew the defense was only going to get better. But Ben Johnson with a guy like Caleb Williams, and I seen what Ben Johnson was able to do with the offensive line that they have and the weapons that they have. I felt like Caleb was going to take that next step. And what we're seeing right now, with what they're doing, is they do two things great that travels. They run the lights out of the football. Running the football travels, and they're running the football at home and on the road.
Yep.
And they're playing great defense, taking the ball away.
Taking the ball away.
And the most important thing is you take on the identity of your head coach. Ben Johnson has his group believing we can beat anybody. And that's how they're playing. And Caleb, is he playing the best out of all these quarterbacks? No. But one, he's the best escape artist in all of football. He's made the most people miss in the back, but he's playing winning football.
He is.
I've been saying the days of those throw for 250, 300 yards a game and all that, you need to do enough to win. And that's what he's doing. Bo been doing it all year. We might see Bo be up and down first, second, third quarter, then fourth quarter, he's playing winning football. That's what Caleb's doing. He's making the necessary plays when he needs to. But the most important thing, they can run the ball and they taking the ball away from everybody. It does not matter who you are. And those two things travel. So with how Detroit is looking, they don't have enough defensively to really kind of compete. I just talked about Micah and his impact on this defense. They don't have a guy on offense. I've been saying since we've been on this show, all quarterbacks need somebody they can go to. And he's lost both of them. Josh Jacobs is not enough. So Yeah, man, it's the Bears.
Leave, how you feeling?
I think what's going to fuck the Bears is that 1-3 division record. It's going to come to haunt them. Because I honestly think all 3 teams going to end up with 6 losses. And so they all end up with 6 losses. Head to head, it'll still be a tie because the Lions lost twice to Green Bay. The Bears lost twice to the Lions. And then Green Bay and the Bears split. So it's still going to be tied all the way around. So then it's going to go to that division record. And the good thing that Green Bay got going for them is that division record, man. That's what they're going to hang their hat on. If they do lose a couple games coming up, it won't be in the division. You know what I'm saying? Even if they lose to the Bears, they split. I'm giving them a split with the Bears. That'll give them one more loss. They still going to have a better division record. So I think Green Bay win by default. Everybody gets 6 losses. Green Bay had the best division record. They pick up.
No, Bears
the Lions
got 2
and the
home games too, though.
Huh?
Bears got 2 home games out of the last.
Yeah, I know. One of them.
They got 2 home games.
I'm saying they're gonna beat Green Bay. They're gonna lose to Detroit.
The Bears, you think they beat San Francisco at San Fran?
No, that's gonna be they Detroit and San Fran gonna be their 2 L's.
Yeah,
that's gonna get them to 6 losses right there. And that's gonna get them with a terrible division record, 1-2 and 4.
Yeah.
In the division, it's gonna fuck them.
Yeah, I'm torn on this. I think it comes down to Chicago or Green Bay. I think Detroit, unfortunately, after that loss to the Rams, they're out. Still have a fighting chance, but I think they're out. I'm. Part of me is rooting for Jordan Love, but the other part of me is a former Trojan, wants to see Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson and the crazy Chicago story this year, them to pull it off. But I think Green Bay ends up winning the division. I think one is they have already the head-to-head win against them, which was huge. I know it was at home. Now they have this week coming up. They have to play them on the road. They have to go to Chicago. They have guys that are injured now, so can they still have the same production? It's going to be a toss-up. The Bears do run the football really well, man. I was watching that tape against Cleveland. The schemes and the different formations. Man, they were running that cone look or the triangle look with the 2 tight ends, Monungai or Swift.
He drawing
Pick your poison in the backfield, misdirection, handoff, slides, and then we're going to go play action off of it. Just Ben Johnson is a mad scientist throughout the week when he's in there drawing up the run game. It's unbelievable. And I love the way he uses both Swift and Monungai at the same time on the field too, because it gives you a 2-way go every time. And then, oh shit, I'm worried about these guys. By the way, Caleb can take off and run as well. Or run a little slide and extended handoff and pitch it out. So there's a lot to like about Chicago, but I think that head-to-head loss already against Green Bay is going to hurt them. I think it's going to come to, even if they split. Let's say Chicago wins this week at home. They beat Green Bay, they split. If you look at their remaining schedule, Green Bay plays at home against Baltimore, and then they go at Minnesota. We don't know which Minnesota team's going to show up. I do think Green Bay wins both of those games. I think they do. Chicago plays at San Fran, and then they play home against Detroit. Remember, they played Detroit in week 2. I know it's a different time, but they lost 52-21.
Not the same team.
Detroit ain't look bad.
But that offense is leading the NFL right now in points per game. They have the capability of putting up a lot of points.
Hell yeah.
Chicago.
Here's the thing with Detroit, though. Everything's tied to Jahmyr Gibbs. Literally everything's tied to Jahmyr Gibbs.
But if you watch,
no, it is. I'm telling you, it is.
Got through for 3 touchdowns and
what happened?
Come on now.
In the second half, they struggled, but you can't act like Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams.
Let me tell you why it's tied to Jahmyr Gibbs. Every time he rushes for over 85 yards, they're 6-0. When he averages 4 yards a carry, they're 5-0. He didn't do that yesterday.
No.
You know what happens?
The Bears don't stop shit.
When you make Detroit, you can't let Detroit be. You can't let them be balanced. You got to make them pick their poison.
The Bears ain't do that the first time they played.
It's a different team now.
It is a different team. I'll give you that.
Yesterday, you know what the Rams did? They said, Jared Goff, that's fine. What y'all not gonna do is run the ball as well.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do, but y'all not doing both.
Well, they did shut down Goff in the second half.
And
that's what the Bears gonna do.
They played a lot better in the second half.
That's what I'm saying. So we can't just be like, the Bears offense is just.
You can do that about anybody though. You can say,
shut that down.
They offense goes through this, and they offense goes through this. That's throughout the whole league. You know what I'm saying? You can do that with everybody. Why everybody don't get stopped?
That's not. Some teams are just tied to what they're doing, just like the Colts. I've been telling you this since the beginning. They're tied to Jonathan Taylor going off.
Man, we're not
every
talking about,
time you hold him underneath this.
I know, they shouldn't have.
I've been telling you that.
Okay,
this
so
is what
we have
happens
2
with
for the
Detroit.
Packers. Bears, Skip, where are you?
I'm with Gerald on this.
Ooh,
The Bears,
split.
Chicago.
And by the way, you made a great point about the division record. That's going to haunt unless
Green Bay 4-0.
unless the Bears just flat out win out. And I think they're going to win out. That's what I think.
The
They
Bears
very well
are going to
could.
win out?
Yes.
That's tough.
And it's a
Sheesh.
tough. It's Green Bay at home.
I think so, too.
And you even said, you acknowledged that Bears are going to win that game,
Yeah.
right?
It's going to take them too long to shake back after the
Okay.
injuries. They're going to have to
Exactly.
find a new plan.
At San Francisco, it'll be a battle, but I got the
I'll be
Bears
there.
because, to your point, Caleb is playing at a crazy high level.
Yeah.
Not an efficiency level because he's low completion
Man, winning
percentage.
football.
Right.
But they just play winning. He's cleaned up his act, and it is
I
an
didn't think
act.
you liked
man.
winning football, Skip.
What do I like winning?
I didn't think you
football?
did.
Oh, Bo Nix, is that
Yeah,
what you're talking about?
I didn't think you liked winning football. You don't like close games. I know Caleb got a lot of close wins. I didn't think you liked that shit.
Okay.
You like blowouts.
Okay, but Caleb yesterday didn't throw 5 balls that could have been picked by the Cleveland Browns. I didn't see that. I saw a high level. I saw him make a couple throws.
mean-
He made a couple throws at Green Bay on Sunday.
Yeah.
night.
Touchdown
No,
should have got
he made
big.
some big time throws
that?
yesterday, Skip.
That's
touchdown to
yeah,
DJ
he
Moore,
got
that should've
real
got
lucky
picked.
on that.
No, that
It
was
went through
dot.
4 arms.
No, it was a fastball.
And he
dot.
said, I can make any throw like that.
Yeah, that-
I said,
And
you
listen,
got
Young
lucky.
quarterbacks watching at home, though,
You got lucky.
you are not Caleb Williams. So please
don't
don't
try.
throw late across your
Don't
body
try. And
like
I-
that unless you're
I
Caleb
agree with
Williams.
your point. He is the most
It's a
elusive
scary throw, but-
that there is. You just can't get a hold of him because he's got a strong base and he has great quickness and athletic ability.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson has taught him how to win football games. And that's all you need to know. And when you are running away with the turnover differential,
Yeah.
where you're just crushing the field,
Yeah.
and you went into that game yesterday with NFL leading 18 interceptions, and we're about to talk about Shador, you got him 3 more times, so you got 21 picks. It just translates. It shows you. You can look back every year. Oh, that's why that team was good. It's turnover differential.
Yep.
And the Bears are killing the field in that. So I think they got it going. I think they have turned a corner. If Caleb puts 1 more yard on that late throw at Green Bay to the back of the end zone to Komet, remember Komet on little Keyshawn
or
Nixon?
I wasn't here for that recap. Or we roll him out to the right. I would have
It's
loved
the
to
wrong
see him
way.
roll to the right.
Oh, he's
so
going the
ready
wrong
to
way.
throw.
I agree.
That was
don't
my
know why.
biggest knock on
See,
that.
on defense, we are all week when we game planning for these kind of situations, we plan for you to roll to the right. That's why shit was wide open because, oh shit, they rolled to the left. So, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
ready
but-
for you to go to the
But
right.
I'm not trying to get a oh shit moment for the defense right there with that game on the line. I'm trying to put my quarterback in the best position to win.
That's why Ben Johnson and you,
he's-
Cody.
I know though. He's a hell of a play caller, so I'm not sitting here
But what happened the
trying to
week
criticize
before in
Ben
Philly?
Johnson. What?
And you're
Did
Cody.
the same thing the week before in Philly.
I'm
He
not
do the same thing
listen,
every week.
I'll go on record right now and
They
say this.
clockwork to the left.
I'm not a big
That's what I'm
fan.
saying.
They clockwork, he rolled to the left. Nah.
I'm not a big fan
Clockwork.
though of rolling out anyways on those guys-to-have situations because you automatically
And
cut
it
off
was-
half the field.
The only difference was he put a little less on the ball. He did the exact same thing in Philly the week before.
If he
just
could've-
put a
Exact
little
same
less
thing.
on the ball.
No, he needed to throw it now. He threw it now. Like he didn't to flip your hips. He's a hell of an athlete. He can make that throw. 90 times out of 100, he's making that throw. Yes, it came up short. That was a great play by Nixon.
It was a great
but he needed to get that out quicker or delay a little bit and wait for Moore, who's your last option, to flip your hips, reset, and then find him. It just, I'm just.
Yeah, they lost.
In there.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah,
They lost.
they
I just
lost.
don't-
He
I don't love 2 things. I don't love rolling them to your left and the biggest moment of the game. I know it's a gotcha moment for the defense. I'm never going to criticize Ben Johnson. He's a great play caller. I also don't love quarterbacks rolling out on 2-point conversions on 4th downs because you automatically cut off half the field, right? That's gone. I got 1 or 2 options I can run. I like giving a quarterback a full field, putting the defense in a bind, and then I can take off and run.
All right.
Well, majority of the chat is riding with you boys and going with the Bears. And we cannot deny the level that they're playing at because yesterday they put a beat down on the Browns. And we all on the couch had it a little bit closer of a game.
Yep.
And Caleb Williams had something else to say about that. And so Shador probably had a day that he wants to forget a little bit because he finished 177 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. One of them, which I don't think was really on Shedeur, but I'm sure we're going to talk about that. But prior to that, Shedeur was named starter of the week for the rest of the season. And Sanders explained, even with the bad performance, he has never played scared. So let's check that out.
You're not worried about losing your job or anything like that when he says something like that?
You know what league we in? Yeah, you can lose your job at any point in time. Sure. So you don't play with fear. When you live and play in fear, then you'll never be yourself. So I don't play or live in fear. Whatever situation I'm in. Whatever happens, it happens. But I live each moment and try to live each day to the fullest. So never live in worry or fear.
I have a question. Is it?
Yeah.
Stupid.
You know what though? I'm glad he said that though. I'm glad he said that. Man. That was a very, very mature
And he's always
answer
composed. And mature.
I love that.
That's a stupid.
They've been doing that shit though all year, Gerald.
Hey, whoever that was, if you hear this, that was a stupid question. God dang, man.
Well, the internet right now is kind of in a divide about Shedeur's performance, so I'm kind of really excited to hear what you guys have to say. So, Cody, I'm going to start with you. I love your quarterback analysis, so give him a letter grade.
I'm not going to give him a letter grade, actually.
Oh.
Because I think it would be unfair to put a letter grade on any individual in this game. Because let's start with what happened going into this game, right? The Browns' offense, not just Shedeur, the offense is already at a disadvantage going into this game. Why? Because, and these aren't excuses, these are facts. I want to put this out there because I've been a rookie quarterback playing for Cleveland in this exact situation, dealing with injuries, and you're back up against the wall and in a tough situation. So this is from experience. But they go into that game without 3 starting offensive linemen. On top of that, they lose a 4th starting offensive lineman. Their right guard, Jenkins, goes out during the game, who's already filling in for Wyatt Teller.
Yep.
So they're out 4 offensive line in that game. You're also out David Njoku, who is a premier pass catcher on that offense. I know Fannin has stepped up, got Jerry Jeudy, but David Njoku is a difference maker. I played with Njoku when he was a young rookie in Cleveland. He is an athlete. He's a big-time player on that team. Yep. But looking back at the offensive line, what happens when your offensive line is injured like that? 1, you can't protect, but 2, you can't run the football. And what is a young quarterback's best friend? The run game. The Browns ran the ball for 50 yards yesterday, and 24 of those, Skip, were Shedeur's 2 scrambles. So let's take that out of that. They had 26 rushing yards on 14 carries as an offense. That's 1.8 yards per attempt. I don't care who you are at quarterback. Against that talented of a football team like Chicago is, you're not going to win the game running the ball for 26 yards and having to force your quarterback to make continuous 3rd down conversions over and over and over. That is a difficult spot to be in. You have to be able to run the football. Stefanski, Tommy Reese, they've got to come up with a better run game plan, especially on early down and distances to put you in an advantageous situation on 3rd down. That's one thing. The other thing, too, with this is that, and look, I'll say this. Were there some negative things that happened for Shedeur in this game? Absolutely. I'm not going to run from that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He'll tell you the same thing. He'll look you in the face and say, I didn't play good enough. But there also are a lot of positives that have happened over these first 4 starts. And there were some positives yesterday as well. And you can't, as a young quarterback, and I fell victim to this, but you can't, as a young quarterback, let these losses and these bad throws and some of these bad performances overshadow some of the positives that you are doing as a rookie quarterback. Because if you do that, you lose your confidence in yourself, but you also lose your confidence in your ability to succeed in the NFL. And you guys know, once you lose your confidence, it is extremely difficult, especially as a quarterback in a media market like Cleveland, to gain that back. But I don't think he's done that yet. I feel confident that he still has belief in himself. He knows that he can get to where he needs to be. The other thing, too, I will say that was a disadvantage for that offense is one of the most important things on the road, starting fast. Well, what happened to them? They started on their 1 yard line. The first play, false start. The next play, we have 12 men on the field.
Well, wait a second. They started at the half-yard line.
Half-yard line. That's what I said. Their own 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Then, apparently, his wristband paper, it fell out, all of those things. So, you've got to start fast. And why is that tough, too? Because when you go into a game, I'm practicing all week my first 15. These are plays 1 through 15 that I'm going to run, and then we'll sprinkle in 3rd down, 4th down, 2nd and long, whatever it may be throughout the week. But I know the night before, I'm visualizing the first 15. The day of, I'm visualizing the first 15. Well, when you get backed up, that first 15 goes out the window. You got to go straight to, which I think fell out of his wristband, straight to that backed up section of your call sheet and start there. And those aren't plays that you practice all week. You practice backed up maybe 1 time throughout the week. So that's tough to start fast. But with all that being said, let's get to the film.
And it's Friday.
Huh?
You practice backed up on Friday.
For one series.
2 plays.
You get 2 plays of backed up, and then we're going back to red zone goal line, right? Because you don't expect to be backed up like that a lot in the game. So to start like that, it's all a disadvantage. And again, I'm not just putting this on Shedeur. This is the entire offense as a whole. This is why they're in a bad situation. But looking at the tape and being honest, like I mentioned, there are some negatives, there are some positives. Let's start with some of the negatives. Obviously, we don't have time to go through the entire tape, but some of the interceptions. The first one, 100% on Shedeur. That is a bad throw. That's something to learn from, though. Those are learning, teachable moments. But what he does is they're going to motion over. He's going to do a great job of selling the fake, right? I like turning his back to the defense, extending the ball out, making those linebackers bite up, which they did. But the most important thing you have to do after you sell that fake is what? Get my head back around. I have to locate the defense as I'm putting my back foot in the ground. Check, check. He does all of that perfectly. But the next thing is you have to manipulate that free player with the throw. The linebacker was the free player. There's two things you can do when there's a linebacker in your vision. One is you throw it over them, or two is you throw it around them. You can't throw it over them because this is a line throw to Fannin, and you have Byard who's already driving on that. So what do? I hang a half second longer and I throw it around him. That's something you learn from. Instead, Shedeur threw it right at him. It would have been behind Fannin as well. Still would have been a bang-bang play, but to me, great fake, eyes are in the right spot. Just finish the rep with a good throw. That's something you're going to learn from. You got to get that in practice. If I'm Tommy Rees, I'm writing that play down. We're going back. We're working on that. Now, I'll talk about the second interception in a second because I know that's the one that's there's some controversy about. The third interception, that's on Shedeur as well. This is another negative in this game.
This is C.J. Gardner-Johnson you're talking about.
It was a fucking excellent pick.
It is, but listen, why do I count this as a negative? Because what you have on this play is you have a levels concept. You have a V route, which is a deep clear out by the receiver. Then you have a high-low with Fannin, and you have Bates, one of their backup tight ends, running a high-low, a corner, and a flat. Normally, you're working that V if they just flash open. That's just a runoff. We call it a gump route. Run, force, run, clear everybody out, get the corner to turn and run out of there, which they do. But I'm high-lowing Gardner-Johnson. At the snap, he already tells you what he's going to do. He turns his back to Bates, bails out, and he's running away.
He lined up on the line of scrimmage.
He did. But Skip, as you hit the top of your drop, that's the guy that I'm focused on. I'll peek the V if it's there, but I'm focused on that flat zone defender. That's my only read. 1 to 2 to run, throw away. That is it. As soon as you see Gardner-Johnson bail out and run away, just take a profit. Take Bates in the flat, move on. Instead of a 20-yard gain, it's 5 or 10 yards. That's fine, but we're going to go back and we'll dial something up later on.
What was the score?
It's 28-3.
Yeah. Come on, man. We don't want to profit at this point. We're trying to break the fucking bank.
It doesn't matter, though. In that moment, you got to think, Shedeur, yes, is trying to win the game, but he's also trying to win a job and show that he can do the simple things right. Because the 3 plays before that,
no, he's not.
Yes, he is. The
trying
3
to
plays
win the game. That's what's on his mind.
So take a profit. You can't try to force the corner out.
Taking a profit is what got Dylan Gabriel ass sat on the bench.
No,
all the profits in the world.
No, because I'm going to get to the positives in a second because he does a lot of things better than Dylan Gabriel, especially with his downfield action. There are positives in this game. I'm just saying the 3 plays before that, check down to Judkins, got a gain. Took the underneath route to Fannin. You also got to realize, too, when it's 28-3, what's the defense doing? We're playing deep. Just take everything underneath and try to extend drives, which he did on the last drive, did a really good job of. Now, they didn't finish in the end zone, but when you're back against the wall, it's 28-3. I know you want to make the hero play, but sometimes you have to make the right play.
Well, I thought Gardner-Johnson just made a hell of a play.
It was a hell of a play.
He made a play that's why he's C.J. Gardner-Johnson, because Shedeur seen him bailing, like he can't get there. He threw it, and he burst and got there and picked it, bro. So it was a hell of a play.
But my point,
I'll point it.
Go ahead, Skip. Go ahead.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson isn't a U, but he's kind of in the ballpark of ball hawk because everywhere he has gone, good things have happened.
Hell yeah.
And good things are happening in Chicago because.
But my point is not.
Hold on, Cody.
Go ahead.
What Cody's talking about, we actually went over yesterday, is reading that corner's body language, which is what I'm saying. About going through your reads versus reading the defense. When the ball snap, he has to read that corner.
Yes.
And cover 3. When that corner hips open up
but
inside,
we understand that.
That corner is not there.
So the corner
you take that guy
but
underneath.
The corner, it was there.
So he was at the edge of the line of scrimmage.
We could put 20 other safeties in that same spot. They're going to run it. Not be able to get it.
Take that underneath. That tight end that release late, that's your throw right there.
Yeah. That's going to get you 4 yards in a shootout.
What's wrong with that, though?
Yeah. Because it's 28-3. We don't need that.
But you can't lose sight.
Okay, but now we just pressing.
Sometimes when you're down 28-3, you got to press.
You still got to play football, though.
He pressed last week and made throws. I mean, ain't no different.
He did. But when they presented themselves, and he did it in this game, I'm going to talk about in a second. My whole point is what Jared's saying. I'm just going through the basics of the read. I don't care if it's Shedeur, if it's any quarterback, if it's a young guy in a teachable moment. I see that flat zone defender turn and bail, put his back to Bates, run out of there full speed like this. Just take a profit. He'll pick up 5 to 10 yards, move on, and then maybe we come back to it. And now he's seen that. I give a shoulder shimmy to the flat, and then I rip the corner. Let's just set him up for it.
Do the controversial one. All right.
Okay, to the other pick. Yeah. So that pick to me, I thought that was a dime by Shedeur. I do. I think that was a hell of a throw. Listen, you have Jerry Jeudy. He beats Johnson off the line, right? Gives him a little move. Yeah, does he get a yard to where everyone's saying, oh, throw it over the top? No, it's not just tunnel vision. There's other players on the field. They have a too high look, right? So you have Byard, who is a ball hawk. He is outside 4 yards outside the hash. If you throw that with air and throw a 3-ball to the back pylon with Byard, who already has 5 to 6 yards of depth on him, the longer the ball's in the air, the more the DB can make up on the play. He's going to go pick that every single time. I don't care what you say. He threw a back shoulder. Jeudy, in my opinion, Johnson got his hand in there, but Jeudy, in my opinion, I would have liked to see him get a little more body control, extend his hands out, and pull it away. It's a back shoulder throw that we see the greats make all the time.
Hit him in the chest.
Hit him in the chest. It did him in the chest. For Judy's sake, I'd like to see him use his hands. I think he tried to do late hands and try to sell it instead of just extending his hands out and grabbing it. But again, hits you in the chest, you got to catch that, especially if you're wide receiver 1. So I don't put that on Shedeur at all. I thought that was a great throw.
Jalen Johnson made the Pro Bowl the last 2 years.
He's a good player. But when you're a DB, you know this. When my head's turned, that's open in the NFL. When I'm not looking at you, my eyes aren't to the quarterback, I'm going to throw you open. That was a perfect throw in my opinion. Right off his ear hole, right to that back shoulder, hit him in the chest. You got to make that catch. Now to the positives, because there were some positives. And again, I know everyone likes to look at the stats and the QBR and all of that and the interceptions. You can't. You got to watch the tape because there's some high-level throws on there that show you he has a high ceiling and he can be a legit starter in the NFL. The first one is that deep post to Isaiah Bond.
It was beautiful.
On 3rd and 10. The process skip is even more beautiful, though, because they walk 8 guys up to the line of scrimmage. It looks like it might be cover 0, but instead Byard's deep. He's at that one high look. All right, one high. It's either cover 3 zone blitz or it's cover 1. They're going to bail out. Well, instead, they go to a cover 2 man invert, right? So they invert to the right side, meaning that corner's playing safety, and the safety is now playing that corner spot. You have Byard going outside. You have man outside. But where's my winner against cover 2 man? The slot to Bond, and who's covering him? What Shedeur recognizes, T.J. Edwards. That's a mismatch, as well as it being a too high shell. I'm going to work the middle of the field. You remember how Coach Gruden was saying, right now, bang? That's that play. He went 1, 2, 3, hitch. I process. I know where it's at. Foot in the ground, ball. If he throws that a half second later, then that's going to get intercepted or knocked down by Byard. But he's great in his prep throughout the week. He understood what the play was. As a rookie, I'd be like, oh, shit, I'm checking to a cover 0. I'm getting out of this. But no, he understood what the defense was going to be. And then the other positive was also the other throw to Bond on that post. Looked like it was cover 1. We motion him over. Right goes with them, gets outside. Hey, in and out. You take out, I'll take in. Jalen Johnson's on the outside of him. Instead, at the snap, Shedeur recognizes instead of cover 1, it goes to cover 0. Both linebackers on the inside blitz. They're bringing 6. We only have 5, but you're bringing pressure from depth. So I know I can let that route develop. You get a basic post with outside leverage. That's a dot. He's getting hit in the chest, taking that hit, throwing it over the top, dropping it in the bucket. That is high-level stuff. And look, I'm not trying to sit here and preach the whole time about good, bad, all these different things, but I think it's important to not just look at the stats and look at a couple plays and listen to what people say who aren't breaking down the film saying, oh, he's not good, or he's good, all these different things. Reps matter, and the film matters, and there have been enough things for me through these last 4 games on film that tell me that he could potentially be a very, very talented quarterback in the NFL and be a legit starter. And this goes back to what we talked about a while. I don't know if I want that to be in Cleveland because that's what I worry about.
But you see positive things from him. Skip, how are you feeling?
I'm with you on one thing. I have a hard time placing any kind of letter grade on a situation that was wrong place, wrong time, wrong team, wrong supporting cast, because I'm going to say what I said on Friday on this show. Pro Football Focus, your favorite website, ranks Cleveland's receiving core dead last, 32nd in the league. And to your point, now you don't have Njoku, which I didn't even know about that on Friday. You're throwing to Isaiah Bond and Larvadan at your wideouts. They're undrafted rookies. You're forcing 14 targets to Harold Fannin Jr., who's a 3rd-round rookie, who's really good. I like him, but he's all you got. You're throwing him 14 balls against the most opportunistic secondary in football. They had 18 picks, now they have 21 picks. And they knew before you knew you're going to go to Harold Fannin Jr. You talked about the play that DeMarco Jackson made, the linebacker. It's to Fannin. Everything's to Fannin. It's all Shadour's got. It's Fannin or bust. And they knew it, so he throws 14 balls to Harold Fannin Jr., and he catches 7 of them for 48 yards. And remember, the Browns defense had allowed 184 yards rushing to Tennessee in Cleveland. And so what did you think was going to happen with a Bears team that will run it down your throat? Well, they ran it for 142 yards to your, as Cody pointed out, 50 yards. It's just the supporting cast is wrong. And my conclusion, as I concluded in a video I posted last night, is it just feels wrong for Shadour to be a Cleveland Brown. You were there. It's a hellhole for quarterbacks. I still don't like the organization. I still don't. The owner's like a Jerry Jones wannabe, another little bozo, and I just don't like the direction of it. Shadour needs to get out. I just hope my New Year's wish for Shadour is to get a fresh start with somebody who really wanted him. So that's...
Gerald, are you going to give an opposing view at all, or are you on the Shadour train as well?
What do you mean Shadour train?
Or you think all positive Shadour?
Oh, no, I'm going to give him a letter grade.
All right, let's hear it.
He played.
Because kind of the chat right now is giving us a C and an F.
He failed.
They are not on the Shadour train right now.
He failed. But you know what the problem with that is? It's just okay. I've been to take the name off the back of his jersey person since he got drafted. I'm not grading his name. I'm grading the player. I don't care where we feel like he should have got drafted. Oh, he should have been a first-round pick. He wasn't. He's a fifth-round pick. Stamp it. He's a fifth-round pick. He's a rookie. Stamp it. He's a quarterback. Stamp it. If his name was not Shadour Sanders, all of our grading skills would be different. So I graded him based off the play. He's a fifth-round rookie. He failed against a defense who's been taking the ball away from everybody. They blitzed more than they blitzed all year. You know why? Because they knew he was a rookie. They took away his run game.
Well, they also knew that he's down 3 starters in the offensive line.
Even when they are starters they're 30th in PFF and pass.
Well, I got 32nd.
Yeah,
maybe they dropped. This was last year.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. So what? He had a bad day at the office. It's the NFL.
Yeah.
What is he going to do moving forward? That's what I'm concerned about. And you heard what he said. He make no excuses. He's just going to learn from it. The interceptions you talk about, he'll learn from it.
Yep.
The second one, the controversial one, Judy should have called it. DB made a good play. Moving on.
But sometimes when you're a fifth-round draft pick, you don't get a lot of time to work on it and learn from it.
I don't care about that. I'm grading the game yesterday, and what he can do from this is just learn from it, man. I know you don't like. You feel like Tom Brady turned his back on him. He needs to go see him in the offseason. I'm going to tell you why. Because the thing with Shadour is he's such a playmaker. You just got to learn how to adapt and adjust to how you want to make these plays. How do you do that? Like for me, for instance, I wasn't an overall great athlete. I wasn't super fast, wasn't super strong. But my mind put me in position to do what, like Aqib said, you know, if you get cover 4, the one thing I can't get beat on is the post. So when it looks like I'm making this amazing play, I am making an amazing play. But I knew beforehand that this is what I can't get beat. So I'm putting myself in position to do it. With Shadour, understand who you are as an athlete, who you are as a player. So you can't always try and escape bailing out. You have to have more learn pocket feet, pocket presence, know where your escape lanes are. One of those blitzes, he was hot. The guy's coming. You got to know, okay, now I know I should be hot on this. Now I know that's something I can learn. Let me work with my receivers. Now I know to get the ball out after that. Where are my escape lanes? I need to learn to step up, slide, and then be able to make the throw. Forget the fact that he played bad yesterday. He's a 5th-round rookie. It's allowed, people. It's okay that Shadour played bad. The problem is everybody put these unrealistic expectations on him, and then when he plays bad, now y'all are giving all the people who are looking for him to fail a foothold. Now they saying, see, we told you. No. Grade him based off where he got drafted. Don't, he should have been, he wasn't. He's a 5th-round pick. He's in his 4th game. He's allowed to struggle versus a defense that everybody's been struggling against. Now we look at how do you improve from this? What do you learn from this? And that's what I took from the game. If I'm giving him a letter grade, he failed. But it's okay. He's going to learn. Allow him grace to learn to play NFL football. I'm not looking at whether it's Cleveland or whether it's Baltimore or no, I'm grading the player. Give the kid some grace. He's in his 4th game. He's still learning. He will learn from all of the mistakes and all of the positives. But all that extra was this and no. So what? If he got an A, a B, a C, D, he give him a grade. But what you do moving forward, I call it so what, now what? He played great last week. What happens moving forward? He played bad the next week. Okay, well, what happens moving forward? The great thing is he's been named the starter the rest of the year, correct? So he got more opportunities. Learn from this. It's a new game next week. Let's just keep moving forward.
I give him a C-.
Passing.
He ain't failed in my opinion because it's whether you're a 5th round pick, a 2nd round pick, an undrafted free agent, it's still all about the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to grade you on, did he have help? Did he not have help? How did we play as a team? That's going to dictate, you know what I'm saying, what kind of grades you get. So a C- is like a 69.5, right, Skip? Like I passed, but she ain't that good.
69 would still be a D.
That's a D.
70.
So what's a C?
70%.
Yeah, so I give like a 69.9.
But you're rounding up. 69.5, you round up.
You round it up. Yeah, so that's where the minus comes. So a 70 is a C.
You grade on a curve. So
a 70 is a C though, right?
Yeah.
So if you give him a C-, that means it had to been like a 69 high, and we rounded
that means 75 to 70.
You feel me?
A 75 is a C. A C+ would be
So a 70 is a C-?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been getting C- and shit. I've been getting straight C's. You feel me?
Believe.
But nah,
C's get degrees.
They get degrees, man, and they get the cheese. So I just say he ain't have a lot of help, man. He don't got the running game that Dylan Gabriel had. He don't even got the defense that Dylan Gabriel had. Like I want to see him play with that defense and that run game. Like I wish we could have got to see him
where's
with
that
those
defense
two.
right now?
I mean, it's football. You get late in the season, you trash. Guys start going out on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Right.
The diets change. Your fly-in routines change. Like guys just say, man, it's over with. So your routines change. Guys on the defense, you get 3-4 guys on the defense that stop giving a fuck, and then they just turn trash.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Same on the offense. O-line start getting hurt. It's not the same. It's not the same run game. So with no help, if you got no help like that and you grade out a C-, man, that ain't too fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? I think the first pick was all on Shador. He could have layered that throw a little bit, got it up and down over him. Shit, the second pick, I'll say that's a fucking top 10 play by DB, this year. You know what I'm saying? It's 20 safeties in the league who can't make that play. You start from the line of scrimmage and I'm gonna put it on the line. It's just not gonna go high pointed and make that play. They're not gonna have the acceleration to get to that spot and make that play. Shit, it's 25 corners who can't make that play from the line of scrimmage.
And if you had a true wide receiver 1, they would have got that ball.
Well, the receiver did what the receiver do. It's the quarterback and the DB. So I felt like if he wouldn't have picked it, the ball would have been a good ball. It was on target. And then the third pick, shit, that should have been an extra 30 yards, got him up to 200 and a touchdown. So that hit you in your chest. You Judy.
Oh, that was the second one.
I mean,
yeah.
You Judy, the second one. You Judy. So,
oh, come on.
Come on, bro. If I put the ball on your chest, you can't say get your feet in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
you make double-digit millions.
And if he catches that, it's 21-10 now? And
exactly.
Who knows? Maybe
it might be a different ball game.
So he's doing all that on the sideline.
I don't know.
Not if you're doing that.
He held the ball a little bit late in the games, trying to create, and got sacked from just, like you said, we pressing. Now I'm holding it just because I don't want to throw no check down. Shit, I'm trying to make a play. And he getting sacked late in the game, so it is what it is. That'll drop your grade a little bit. So, hey.
Okay.
You missed, and then he missed. He hit 2 throws, and then he missed 1. You know what I'm saying?
Over to Judy?
Yeah. Nah, to Bond, where Bond was running free. It dropped like here.
Air got it. The wind got it.
He just missed the throw. You know what I'm saying? That might have been a touchdown. So
okay, one last positive point. Early on, blindside corner blitz comes unblocked. And Shador, listen, he can move.
He sidestepped that shit so quick.
Yeah, that was nice.
He made him miss. And he can run it upfield.
That was third down, too.
He made a great. You talking about the third down? He ran for the first down. Yeah, it was great.
I will say, though, to Gerald's point, I thought he did a better job of stepping up. Now, when you talk about rush lanes, I think there are times he could take off and just slide, get a couple yards. I thought he did a better job of stepping up instead of bailing right away, which he struggled with in the first couple of starts. I thought he did a better job stepping up. To your point, though, holding the ball, is it him just trying to make a big play? Is it him?
All that shit came when it was.
Yeah, it was by the third. I think the third sack was the first time he got the first holding the ball a little too long, and then at the end of the game, fourth down. I'm not counting that last one. I don't care. It's fourth down.
I mean, that's another
fourth and
one.
goal. You got it.
He trying to find somebody in and drop 7
So
guys.
maybe he could hit right now to that, but you don't even know if they get in. So I'm not counting that. But I do think his feet were better at stepping up in the pocket and not being too quick to bail out.
Yeah.
So obviously Cleveland, a tough situation for Shedeur. Where would you want Shedeur to go if there was?
I want him to stay right in Cleveland, man.
You want him in Cleveland?
Get the staff right. I just like I don't like running from problems. Like it's tough, right? Well, what the fuck we running for? Jackson State was tough. Colorado was tough. Change this shit around. That look better to me than going to a big dog organization.
So you say Cleveland? You say Cleveland?
I mean, they had a top draft class, a Shedeur draft class.
Where he got drafted?
It's one of the top draft classes. They got they're gonna have a high draft pick. You know what I'm saying? You could bring somebody in, get somebody who can cook that shit up, man. And the defense solid. At the beginning of the year, that defense gonna be ready to play. Man, I want him to change. Baker had him in the playoffs and winning playoff games.
But what they do to Baker? He won a playoff game.
But I ain't talking about.
And then they
period.
him.
Listen, I
gave up.
But they need a new staff.
Change that shit around.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm just a huge proponent. I'm a huge proponent in where you got drafted. Changed life there. When I became a free agent, my free agency was coming up. I had every opportunity to leave Tampa. Every opportunity. I said, you know what? When I left Tampa, I had been there almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And our relationship just soured. But when I had a chance to leave Tampa, I said, forget this, man. They brought me here because this team and city is built on defense. The guy who changed everything was that guy in the middle. His name was Warren Sapp. They drafted me to be the next one. So I could have easily said, you know what, forget this, man. This ain't looking good, whatever. I think we had 1 win at that point when I re-signed with Tampa. This was 2014. I re-signed the middle season. I could have waited to free agency, the offseason, and just said, forget this. I'm going to a contender.
They had just won a Super Bowl before you, right?
No, I got that. No, they didn't win this. They won Super Bowl in 2002.
Okay, but I mean, it's a good organization.
But what I'm saying is you don't run from your problems. Shedeur's one of those guys.
So you're out on Cleveland.
He's one of those guys.
We want him to go to a powerhouse.
You want him to just leave
then they
okay.
well, he joined the
Raiders. Okay, Skip. Which one is going to mean more?
What the fuck the Raiders?
He stay here in Cleveland. He stay here in Cleveland and change things around, or again, y'all giving people a chance to say, oh, well, he left and went here, but look at everything around him. He got this and this and this and this and this, and then he becomes Jalen Hurts. Exactly.
Where would you say?
How do you mean?
What's wrong with that, though?
What's wrong becoming Jalen Hurts?
Because in my opinion,
what does everybody say about Jalen Hurts?
Quarterback.
What does everybody say about Jalen Hurts?
They say he the MVP.
He's a Super Bowl MVP.
They say
Top
Jalen Hurts is the
top
top conversation.
Who gives a shit what they say about him? He won a Super Bowl MVP and he's winning games with a great supporting cast.
Which one would be more? If he stays in Cleveland and change life there, and he go through the tough times and he changed life in Cleveland, or if he just, that's not what he's built on.
I don't care about me anymore.
That's not how he's built.
I'm choosing option B then. I'm going to the team with a great supporting cast. I'm not saying that Shedeur can't turn it around.
He's been through this.
Yes, he has. He did it at Jackson State. He did it at Colorado. Oh, me.
So you're
but look, I'm not going to say that it's you're comparing different situations. I'm just saying the common denominator is being a quarterback in Cleveland. I don't think they do right by their quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Even when they had a good one in Baker Mayfield, he wins your first playoff game in 26 years. The next year they go 8-9. He plays through a shoulder injury. Trading your ass to Carolina. No thanks. Nope. Okay, we're done. I don't trust that they're going to do right by Shedeur. You can talk about being a D tackle and being a defensive system.
The head coach is going to be gone, right?
But listen, Gerald,
better be.
You can talk about being a defensive tackle in a great system. You were a hell of a player. You had I'm not saying you had a great defense around you. You can still make big plays individually. As a quarterback, it is more important than any other position in all of professional sports that you are in the right situation, the right fit, the right offense, and the right guys around you to have a chance to succeed.
Do you think Stefanski going to be there at the end of the year?
I have no idea.
So where is he going to go? Like, what are we talking about? We don't talk about
everything y'all saying can be done. Everything y'all saying can be
but
done.
it hasn't
It's
been
only
done.
about 3 landing
And maybe
spots.
this is just scar tissue, Skip. Maybe this is just scar
What do you
tissue.
think?
It's only
but
about
I
3
don't
landing
trust
spots.
it.
You get
Raiders?
Stefanski out there,
Well-
so start with the coach,
Okay.
and then you just start building around him. If he's your guy, you just put pieces
It's easy,
around
right?
him.
They've done it since 1999. It's so easy. Why they haven't figured it out in 26 years,
And
Gerald?
who's been the quarterback?
40-something guys,
If y'all believe
including my
that this is
ass.
the guy, if y'all
Got his
believe
ass
that
kicked.
this is the guy,
Yeah.
then you just build around him.
I agree, but what gives you confidence after how they did Baker and how they've done other quarterbacks that they're going to give him time to develop and build around him and not go draft a guy in the first round next year or give Watson the starting job right when he comes
that's
back?
PTSD you talking about right now.
Fair, but it's, but it's realistic.
I'm talking about big picture. I'm not
So
talking
what,
about
big picture, what's some ideal landing spots that you think is?
I mean, before the season, I thought him being with Las
Raiders?
Vegas. Yeah.
But what the fuck is the difference?
I agree. Now
they
I'm
trash
not saying
too.
And they're
Like, what's the point of going there?
Why? Because
they've been trash long as Cleveland
Who are
been
you
trash.
throwing to?
They had a 1 playoff appearance just like Cleveland had 1 playoff appearance.
the same
They
thing. You
garbage,
got
bro.
one dominant defensive lineman.
What's the difference?
Literally the same
Where
thing.
else? Where else? Arizona?
Dolphins.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Dolphins.
if whatever happens with Tua, keep an eye on Miami.
Hey.
The Dolphins, we said the head coach should get fired. Now y'all want him to just go to Miami?
Well, they just won 4 straight games.
Yeah.
Right?
Man, come on, man. Richie, the same thing you said about Cleveland, Richie said about Miami. He said it's
Dumpster
a dumpster
fire.
fire. Exactly, but you want him to go there. Come on,
I mean, what have they done though? Like what
are we doing?
What have they done with their quarterbacks?
What are we doing?
Miami.
Well,
You have
What's so special about that?
Okay, what Mike McDaniel did with Tua was he made miracles.
Yeah.
He was a miracle worker.
Well, I'm talking about like winning. Like what have they won?
Well,
Hey, what if
speaking of-
Tyreek comes back fairly full speed?
He needs a receiver. Yeah, give him a solid receiver. Who knows?
You think realistically, Aqib, that they're going to do right by him? You think they're going to get the guys around him? You think they're going to give him a chance to succeed?
Man, it's the NFL, man. You know what I'm
think so?
saying? The coaches do what the fuck the coaches do. If you one of them guys, I had 8 different head coaches, 8 different D coordinators, bro. I'm going to be lead wherever the fuck I go.
Yeah.
Simple as that, bro. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. We see what Shador is. Give him a good OC, put a healthy line in front of him, a good defense. He going to show your ass, bro. It ain't all that other shit is for the birds.
Okay,
He
but
gonna eat, bro.
wait a second.
I don't doubt that he'll eat. I want him to have the chance to succeed and eat. That's what I'm saying.
Wait a second. You got to play with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, and then you get to go play with Peyton Manning and John Elway, right?
Yeah, well, you talking about year 7, year 8.
Okay,
What about
but
the Greg Schianos and all of those guys? I jumped out the porch with them too. I
was there.
I had to go through all that shit, Skip.
was
So
I went through with Skip. I was there.
We don't know where
Skip,
Shador's going to land, but people want different things. Some people want him in
wherever
Cleveland.
I went, I was going to be me.
Okay,
No matter
I
what.
got that, but you got to be blessed with what you have around you.
So you
right?
want,
I ain't always
you want
had nothing
Cleveland
around me.
to say, you know what, that's it. Let's just release him and let him go somewhere.
I just look at this. Let me say this.
How's
Final
that
thing.
gonna-
Final
how's
thing.
that
I'll
gonna
add.
work?
You see it happen all the time. You see Sam Darnold was horrendous in New York. They brought him in to be the savior. It wasn't because Sam Darnold wasn't a good quarterback after everyone wrote him off and they gave him opportunities. It's because of the situation he wasn't in wasn't advantageous to him. Then he goes to Minnesota. What happens? He balls, wins 14 games, goes to the playoffs.
Yeah, he
then he
also-
signs a $100 million contract.
He
and
also
does the
had
same
fucking
thing in
10
Seattle.
birthdays in between there too. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but
he got
but-
better,
but-
bro. Like, you feel me? He also played 70-something games in between
You
there
skipped
too.
over the fact he had
Like,
a
damn.
competition with Baker and lost it.
He did.
Like, you skipped
He
over
did.
all that. You
And
skipped
Carol-
every
Like,
story.
bro,
I'm
he got
just
better.
saying,
That's what happened.
When you get put in a better situation,
It ain't
you
like
have
he
a
just
better
went in
opportunity to
Minnesota
succeed.
doors. Is everybody who come through these doors is just nice? Like, fuck no. Sam Darnold got
No.
better as a player. By the time he landed in Minnesota, he had a good team around him. He balled. So I mean, hey, bro, it is what it is.
right.
He ain't
Same thing
run
now in
from.
Seattle.
All right, well, Skip wants him on the Dolphins. Let's talk about the Dolphins because they do have a game tonight, and it's going to be very, very cold because they're going to Pittsburgh. And we know the Dolphins don't play in cold weather, so they're trying to prep for it. I want to play a little clip, and then we're going to do game picks for the game tonight.
How they gonna prep for it?
They came out to practice in little tees in the snow.
Where they at?
I think they're in Pittsburgh. They
Okay,
came out early.
they went to Pittsburgh early.
Yeah, they said we're going to start playing in.
I don't know. Shit, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, shit.
They were prepping. They are not gonna play around.
Usually you don't just go early like that. But
what I know is they're on a 4-game win streak right now. They're kind of hot.
Who want to bet 5 racks? They get their ass smacked tonight.
Well, I'm gonna sit out on that bet, but
I'm just not with Miami, bro. Like. Soon as you get the change and shit up, you change your routine, bro. That's trash.
Listen,
that means I'm gonna think my coach scared when he start doing shit like that.
You think them doing that did something? That's gonna change.
Well, let me know, Gerald. What do you think? Give me game picks tonight.
Gonna win.
What's the score?
a lot to a little. They gonna blow. They gonna beat their ass.
Yeah.
Got the little ass hands.
Beating them, man.
Okay, beat down from Gerald. Lieb, you said beat down as well?
Yeah, beat down, man.
Pittsburgh beat down.
You get Miami in the snow.
Come on,
and it's all bad.
Cody, is there a little hope for Miami?
No, I don't think it's going to be quite a beat down, but I got 24-20 Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. That's not bad, but you're going with Pittsburgh. Any hope for Miami, Skip?
So the Dolphins have lost 13 straight games in under 40 degrees.
Yes.
And I think that is going to change tonight because I think they're on a roll, and I think Pittsburgh is paper tigers. Pittsburgh got run off the field by Baltimore at Baltimore and stole the game on a touchdown that should have been a touchdown.
They got run off the field?
Absolutely.
It was Baltimore had to come back?
Yeah. Well, but look at the yards in the game. Baltimore had 420 yards in that game.
The yards don't matter how they score.
To 217.
Cowboys had a lot of yards yesterday. And
the Steelers just beat the Ravens.
420 to 217.
They ran them off.
They ran them off.
217.
And they had to come back.
Huh?
They had to come back.
I'm giving you the yards. 420 to 217. It's fraudulent.
Always worry about the stuff that don't matter.
I'm telling you. Okay, was it a touchdown? You said it was a touchdown.
It was.
The likely, right? Hit him right there.
Touchdown.
Right. Okay. What if it's called a touchdown? It stands a touchdown. Who wins the game? Baltimore does. Yeah.
A-Rod might come be old A-Rod.
Okay.
You know you fuck with A-Rod, Skip.
Okay, I just think they're not what everybody thinks they're.
Skip just never gonna pick A-Rod to win again. He ain't picked the Steelers one time this year.
There's a couple people on Skip's that
He ain't riding with him. He just not riding with him.
Yeah.
He crowned.
No, I don't think we're saying
Aaron Rodgers
Pittsburgh is the team. We just saying Miami ain't
Okay, so Miami just won 5 out of 6 games, including beating Buffalo at Miami. And I just think they're
at Miami, the key point.
I think they're a little better than Pittsburgh, and I think they're going to go in there and show you because they can flat run the football. He's been running it down.
They have been running the ball well.
Yeah,
which is a big.
They beat the Commanders, the Saints, and the Jets.
Yeah, and Buffalo, right? Yeah.
You said 2 weeks ago you're out on the Steelers.
I am out on them, but you know what I'm saying? You bring in a team who can't play in the cold. Their quarterback hands is little as shit.
So you're out on them except for the Dolphins. Then it's a beatdown.
I'm not.
All right, so Skip, did I just hear you're picking Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the rule?
What's the score?
Tell the world the rule again. When
but this is just different. I was going to pick them anyway. I didn't care. I'd already decided last time.
If it was in Miami, I might pick them.
Okay. Well, it's not.
You're right.
Yeah.
And when did they get to Pittsburgh? Tell me, do we know that? They've been here all week, like bro.
That looks like they got
that's the sign of a scary head coach.
Friday morning.
Let's change our whole routine.
What's your score? What do you got? Like 35-7 or what?
Nah, Pittsburgh ain't gonna score 35. It's gonna be 23-13.
23. You just said it's a wipeout.
That is a wipeout.
That's a 10-point game.
Well, in the league,
what?
If we get
10 points,
y'all beat the shit out of us, bro. We ain't had no chance.
Well, put your money where your mouth is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Skip, man.
Okay.
You know,
come on, man.
Hey, Skip.
That's a good bet for you, Lee.
You say the word, baby. I like Pittsburgh. What we doing?
He really playing with house.
We betting sacks.
You said it's going to be a wipeout, so I'll take 21 and the Dolphins right now.
Come on, man. Hey,
come on.
Read the credits, Kinsey. Get us up out of here.
Roll the credits.
Read the credits.
Talking about 21.
Well, that's what you were talking.
Take my mic
you
off,
said
man.
this is a joke.
All right, now.
Did you not say it was a joke? The game?
21 points, Skip.
Yeah.
21 is a crazy. Skip, give him something fair.
Okay, I'll do 15 then. You want to do 15?
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, somebody's running. That's what's happening. Somebody's running.
Lieb is scared, but all right, guys, that will do it for another episode of Underdog. We have got a team bonding pickleball tournament that we've got to get to, and I got to smack down on these boys. So we will see you back on the couch tomorrow. Woo, woo!